That is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. Not only am I thankful for the show, not only am I thankful for my boys here with me, not only am I thankful for the motherfucking baddest fans on the planet, but I'm incredibly motherfucking thankful that I don't work for the Japanese Olympic Committee.
Oh, what happened?
It is a clusterfuck, bro. The dude who was in charge of the finances for it fucking killed himself because they lost $2.5 million fucking dollars.
Damn. Shit.
Yeah, dude.
Well, according to the crawl at the bottom of the TV here, it says the Olympics start on July 23rd.
Mm-hmm. Apparently.
Guess he couldn't wait.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Hot out the gate, America.
Yeah, let's just end the show, folks. So thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other. Wouldn't it be terrible if we actually did just
that would be
right there?
Everybody would be so pissed. They might get the joke. They laugh.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, it was kind of it was funny, but they'd be like, it's bullshit.
Well, they said they were going to do something special for episode 269. I guess that's what it was. They were just going to fuck us out after 5 minutes.
Not even.
Man, we already have a handful of super chats, and some of them are Buffalo Jeff, so we don't want to.
Wow, that was that didn't take too long.
Oh God, no! They're before the show. They're waiting.
That's how you turn a fan base against you immediately.
Well, I mean, against you realistically, you know.
So, Nick, welcome back to the show. Before we get to that, let's say hello to American Ramrod Kendo Slice as well. What's up, man?
Not much. Had an interesting experience today at lunch. Got some Chinese takeaway. Nothing fancy to write home about. It did what it's supposed to do. But at the end, when I had my fortune cookie, I looked at my fortune and it said Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired this week. So you heard it here first.
Wait, hold on. What kind of fortune cookie was it?
The tan kind that you break in half.
Okay, all right. It wasn't like one of those weird sex ones, was it?
No.
Okay, good.
Nick,
Good.
Did Don Cheadle make it?
And now you're talking about sex fortune cookies. What happened?
What happened to you?
Listen, man. Listen, I went.
Are you still in the desert? Did you eat some peyote?
I'm at Joshua Tree right now. No.
Oh shit! I was there last year.
Oh God, no! I just got back. I got back at 8 this morning. Took a nap, and then I'm doing this show.
So last week we were hanging out roughly around this time. Where did we go, Nick?
Well, first, I have a confession to make about that whole situation.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Jeff, I love you, but when I called you about those tickets, you weren't my first choice. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Good.
Damn.
Good. I'm glad you understand that.
It's good to see he really actually wanted to see you a lot.
Yeah, did he piss you off? Why are you telling me? We could have never known and been okay.
Well, he's my friend. I want to be honest with him. That's why. Okay, that's why. I tried to get some females to, which me and my cousin who you met. We tried to get some females to go with us. That didn't work out. Then I tried to get my aunt and my uncle to go with me. They didn't want to come, and so.
Wow, so you weren't even choice number 2.
Yeah.
The funny thing is,
I'm the TGIF show. What the fuck?
Because we may not have been the first choice, but we were the best choice.
No, it's true. No, it's true. You were.
Dude, we saw Mark Maron and Jeff Ross, like, just out of the blue. I was like, that's awesome.
I was so fucking jealous when you guys said that in the chat. I was like, fuck, he saw Jeff Ross and Mark Maron at the same goddamn time. Fuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they just showed up, dude. It was fucking awesome. It was great. There was this really like, and like, they two drink minimum, and everything like that. We were kind of drunk. It was funny. I think it was the older woman in the blue hoodie that made Jesse laugh so much that she like hyenaed or whatever. Yeah. And then she proceeded to put her head in your lap to hide that fact. And you don't do that during a comedy show. You fucking and mind you, we're it's a very small room, and like we're underneath the main light. We're in the middle of the stage where they can clearly see us, like they can see who we are. And Jesse does this and like gets called out immediately, and then everything erupts. And it's fucking hilarious because like I know she can help herself, but like you don't do that during a comedy show.
Well, that goes to tell you the fucking power of comedy, man. You know, because Jessie, you know, as people keep forgetting, you know, she is working on her craft as a stand-up comedian. So she's in the thick of this shit right now. And someone was doing something so funny that a fucking comedian who's working on her shit, who's trying to be better as well, fucking forgot all that and is, you know, and did something so funny that it, you know what I mean? So it's just I love hearing shit like that because it's just like, yo,
Yeah,
that
and
laughter is a powerful motherfucker.
Yeah,
I think that same lady was trying to get me and Jeff to Eiffel Tower her or something. I don't know.
I think she wanted to bang, but that's a topic for another time.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, we'll go.
The funny thing is, shit keeps happening to Jeff. Every time we go somewhere, or you know, or he's out somewhere, or him and Jesse doing something, he'll be like, "Dude, it's like, you know, we were da 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 da," and I'm pretty sure the chick was trying to fuck us, and I'm like, "Yo, man, like if we were X-Men, his code name would be fuck me, not because he's a whore, but just think people just want to fuck him, which I get this gigantic half-black curly-haired motherfucker. I get it. You know, he's my best friend. I understand it.
His name would be Face Rider. Okay, let's be honest.
Yes, it would. 100%.
He'd have.
You know what? I don't
weird,
think I'm interested in what happened last week. Never mind. Let's just. I don't care what happened to Nick.
Hey, I missed you too, buddy. I missed you too. Don't worry.
I didn't miss you though.
Yes, sir.
You brought up the X-Men. You want to see something cool?
I do.
I got this giant X-Men book.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That is cool.
Oh my God, it's as big as you are, Jeff. What the hell?
Damn.
Yeah, it's like 1-to-1 full-sized artworort.
Oh my God.
That is fucking gorgeous, man. I messaged you guys months ago when I pre-ordered that 112 Wolverine, and so I pissed myself off because, you know, I also pre-ordered the Endgame Iron Man. I got the dates mixed up, so I thought that I was supposed to get Wolverine in June and Iron Man in the fourth quarter of this year. So I was really excited, and I checked my phone last night while I was fucking drinking and hanging out everywhere I was asleep, and I was so fucking heartbroken. And you know I love Iron Man, but when I saw that I wasn't getting Wolverine until the end of this year, I was like, well, this is fucking bullshit. Tony, fuck us again.
Oh. I have ordered many a thing only to be like, oh my God, Inspector Gadget's here this week. And it's like Moira McTaggart. And I'm like, all right, well, it's cool that she's here, but like Inspector Gadget's
yeah. Like, my boner wasn't meant for you, honey.
Yeah, sorry, lady. So, folks, we are back with episode 269. We're going to be covering a multitude of topics. But first, we want to thank our patrons. We uploaded The Hangover on Monday. Kendo had some work, so we recorded that on Monday. It was a nice long episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Always get a lot of positive feedback on The Hangovers. I will be recording some more Buffalo Jeff for this week, and that'll be up there.
Ew.
And we're going to get together and do a few more pieces of Patreon content. So we're going to be letting everyone know as soon as that goes live. Now, last week's show was very abridged because, again, I was going to hang out with Nick, even though I was 17th choice after his wife, Brie Larson, said no 6 times. It's cool. I got the good. You know what the coolest part is? That I didn't pay for any of it. Everything was free, so I don't care if I was your 90th choice.
That's true.
It was. Hey, you want to go see this show? Okay, what do I owe you? Nothing. Hey, I'm going to get some drinks. What do I owe you? Nothing. And then we went to Fat Sal's. Nick, anytime you bring up California food, I know avocado toast is your baby, but you had a sandwich with French fries on it.
That's another confession I have to make. I'm an avocado toast advocate now, unfortunately. So,
what the fuck happened? You guys get on.
You've changed, man. You've changed.
Yeah, it's like those preachers that rail on gay people, and turns out that they're gay themselves. Like Nick just was hammering away on the avocado toast people because he are one.
Well, see, when you bring up that combination, that's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. When Nick does it, it's just portrayal. You're like, oh, you bitch. When a pastor's gay, we're like, ha ha, we knew it. Them pants were way too tight.
I do love. I come back to the show and we're hard in the paint coming out of the gate. I love it.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
No, he fucking doesn't.
Really on brand.
Oh man, if only we could get RuPaul saying George Bush doesn't care about gay people, our fucking whole trifecta would be fucking perfected.
If there's a clip of RuPaul saying it, I will make a button of it.
I'm gonna find it. I'm on a mission.
From God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got me, motherfucker.
We got to watch the Blues Brothers soon. So,
we
Dion,
have to. Yes, sir.
you are a man of many different tastes, but all of them good. You are probably the most up on this channel in terms of boxing, MMA, and sports that aren't, the combat sports. You're pretty much an expert on that shit. Over the weekend, there was a boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and which Paul brother was it? Jake Paul?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. How was it?
The white one.
Thank you, Nick. The very white one. It was a letdown. Luckily, I was one of the millions of people who didn't pay for it. I will say that even though I did not pay for it, I really want my fucking money back. Mm-hmm. It was I'll start by saying this. I was so annoyed with the commentary. I found a stream where it was a Russian station, so I wouldn't have to fucking deal with the commentary. That's how bad the commentary was. And I fucking love Mauro Ranallo. I love that guy. But even he was it was like, I can't listen to this shit. So then you get to the event, other fights. Ocho Cinco didn't get knocked out, which I was very happy about. Which is good because now that he's not headbutting his girlfriend.
The football player had a boxing match?
He had a boxing fight. He had a fight on that card too.
How did I not know?
I know. I don't blame you. He was a Bengal. He was arguably the greatest Bengal, but I say arguably.
I mean, there's a list of like 5 people, and Chris Collinsworth is sadly on that list. So
listen, he is the king of That's What She Says during Sunday Night Football. So Chris Collinsworth gets a pass in my book.
Fair enough.
Ocho Cinco didn't get knocked out. He got dropped. He didn't get finished. I was very happy about that. Then we finally get to the Mayweather Logan fight. I know that Nick is a very avid believer that I would beat the absolute shit out of both Paul brothers. This fight proved it.
I'm such an avid believer. I'll put every cent I have on you. I swear to God.
And I would never let you down, baby. I would never let you down.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's right. Let me spin, coach. But it was a hug fest. Like even, and I always gauge when something's good by people who don't watch it all the time and what they say. And the fact that everyone, Logan was clearly out of his depth. Floyd Mayweather very clearly wanted this fight to go the distance. There was even a part of the fight where, he had an opening where he could have kept landing that left hook over the top, and he just wasn't throwing it a lot. He was very clearly trying to milk this fight for as much as he could. Logan, while I give him credit for stepping in with one of the best boxers of all time, he looked like shit. He looked like a fucking frat boy fighting in a fucking park. He looked like garbage. He was gassed by the second round, and then he just kept hugging Floyd the whole time. So it went the distance. I felt bad for people who paid to be there. I felt even worse for people who weren't in Miami and paid for this fight. But it was, listen, it was a spectacle. I still had a good time, but the fight is a fucking pubic hair away from being rigged. That's how bad it was.
Or how good it was.
Or how good. They're very true. Very true. Now, it's all depending on your point of view, buddy.
Now, Dion, I wanted to talk about this briefly because the dude wore a Pokemon card necklace to the ring.
Hold on. Did you see Floyd Mayweather's hat though on the way to the ring?
He had an OnlyFans hat. That was crazy.
Yep.
And then apparently the Pokemon card. We do live in the Twilight Zone. We are living in the Twilight Zone now. It's insane because the Pokemon card that he had was worth like $300,000.
Yeah. Also, anybody who watches Community, we are in the worst timeline. Just so you know.
Yep, we are in the worst timeline.
Can we go back?
I want to so fucking bad.
You got to roll that dice again, buddy.
Listen, the thing, someone whirled Snake Eyes. I'm gonna whoop their ass for the last few years. But the thing that made me that at least gave me solace is the fact that Logan Paul wears his hair like that because he has a receding hairline, and that makes me laugh my ass off all fucking day. Because fuck that dude. And then two, because now his whole new thing is that he's really into Pokemon, which I believe him to an extent. I think he really is starting to get into it, but. The fucking Paul brothers are snake salesmen, because when he started this whole Pokemon thing, he brought a guy onto his podcast who was a known Pokemon con man. So every time you think that Logan Paul has somehow grown to be an adult, he does shit like that. So while I give him credit for wearing the Pokemon card, I still would feel a lot better breaking his fucking face because it's just like the dude can't help himself. He really can't help himself. But he was at least aware in the post fight. He talked about how he thought that Floyd was giving him time to recover and shit. So he at least earned a couple points for that shit. But at the same time, you know, there isn't a motherfucker alive that will lose to a Paul brother that has any inkling of what they're doing. Because that dude, he had one flurry in like the second round, and he looked like shit. It was pretty fucking crazy that these dudes pay top dollar to learn how to box, and they both suck. It's pretty damn funny.
There's a reason why he had to whoop Nate Robinson's ass.
Jeez. Now, I felt so bad about that. God damn, poor Nate. That motherfucker ain't said shit since.
Well, also, from what I heard, anyways, is that Floyd Mayweather after the post interview is like he's never doing exhibition fights again.
Yeah, he said he's not, but Floyd Mayweather is
likes money,
and it's still, yes, he likes money a lot. So say some crazy shit happens, and whether it be Thriller, Showtime, whoever, you know, if Oscar De La Hoya somehow stops snorting enough coke to save money to pay Floyd to do a fight, Floyd will fucking do it.
Now, if you guys were gonna rock a vintage toy on the way to the ring, what would you take with you? Doesn't have to be wearable.
I gotta go with the Star Wars Kenner figure. Any that original line, any one of them. I'd have it in a case around my neck, 100%. Preferably, I'd want to do a Darth Vader Kenner figure, but I can go with any one of them. That's 100% what I would do. That shit would be fucking gangster.
Hey, speaking of vintage Star Wars figures, what'd you think of the little booklet I made of us?
I loved it. That was fucking awesome. That's a dream come true for shit like that to happen, and I'm part of it. That looks fantastic. And I knew, you know, being best friends with the artist was going to pay off for me outside of the friendship part. But now I'm in that realm where it's like, yo, I'm becoming a figure. I got fucking booklets that I'm in. You know, I'm sitting pretty high and pretty right now. Only thing I got left is to start an OnlyFans where Halle Berry becomes a fan of mine.
Is that a goal? I didn't know that was a goal.
It is now. When one of us eat, boys, we all eating.
We're still gonna make our 10 My Black Ass movies.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Goddammit.
Hey, should I show the audience or? Yeah, I'll show the audience since I brought it.
Show them one page, just one.
I was gonna say if I wore a vintage toy to the ring, it would be a lawn dart, and I'd just stab it.
A lawn dart.
I'd probably wear one of those Mighty Max little pocket things. Those things were cool.
I see.
So there you go, folks.
Get this Ric Flair move right there. I like it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There we are. That's going to the collector's edition for those who back the comic book, folks. That was one of the advertisements that we promoted. A little Kenner style booklet. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, folks. Stuff ships out over the summer, as you know, and be on the lookout for it. I would take a Megazord to the ring.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hold on. I would take it in 5 separate parts, and then I'd build it in the ring. I'd build it together, and then I'd start my fight.
What?
You really are a wrestling fan. That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. That's
my fucking gimmick right there, dude. I'm like the Orange Cassidy.
So around your neck, like Mr. T, you'd have all the 5 parts. You get to the ring and like.
Yeah, no, hold on. I pull out a power morpher. I go, it's morphin' time, and then I fucking build it. The ultimate nerd. We need to.
Then when you look at your opponent and you go, dragon shit.
We can if you want.
Oh my god.
Tonight, folks, and probably moving forward, we're going to cover some wrestling stuff at the end of the shows because there's a huge audience for it. We never realized just how many people in the audience like that, and so do we. We just don't talk about it because it's like, but Star Wars is stupid and all this other shit, and we figure if you're a fan and you want it, you'll stick around till the end of the show. So tonight we're going to be talking about this article that I've been trying to cover for a week. The WWE is trying to be like Marvel, so be on the lookout for that at the end of our shows, the wrestling stuff.
WWE is going to be so fucking weird. I can't wait for it. It's going to be weird, dude.
Speaking of fucking weird, give me an idea for a weird superpower. Dion, you go first.
The ability to not feel anal.
Okay. So basically, Riley Reid is a superhero.
Yeah.
I got that reference.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And his hero name could be Prolapse.
We should have a fucking superhero call. Dude, we should do after the SJW cards. We'll do like really terrible superheroes, and we'll do Prolapse. That'll be one of them.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
It's just
I
some
am
of the
Prolapse.
on their face.
I always pop out when you least expect it.
Now, who do we have on screen here? Nick.
Amelia Clark.
Do we know this lady?
Yeah, Amelia Clark. Yeah.
And so, what happens when Amelia Clark writes a comic book, guys?
Oh fuck!
It's about
I
dragons.
forgot about that. God damn it!
Is it about dragons? Is the question?
It's super feminist.
Kendo, you're not too far off. If you thought it was about dragons, you were wrong.
God damn it.
Amelia Clark's comic book has menstruation armpit hair powers.
Huh.
That can't be real.
Wait.
That can't
So
be real.
This is the problem when a meat puppet. I'm sorry, an actor thinks that they're creative and tries and has enough money to make this thing happen, and then has people around them that don't say no but just want the money and want a job, and you get this.
I'm sorry. We're burying the lead here. You said menstruation armpit hair powers? Like,
yeah, we're going. I'm not leaving that one alone.
No.
Because I'm trying to figure out how
I was waiting.
works.
I was wanting Kenda to come back to that. Thank you, Kenda.
Yeah, I'm trying to. How would that even work?
There's way more questions
don't-
than answers with that
Yeah,
statement.
don't ask that question, man.
Now, here's the article. I never thought I'd be writing that headline, but Amelia Clark, known for Game of Thrones and the upcoming Marvel Secret Invasion series, is publishing a comic book through Image Comic Books, or Image Comics.
Of course it's
Mom,
Image. Of course it's
Mother
fucking
of
Image.
Madness, where the character has menstruation and armpit hair powers. I kid you not. When Amelia Clark was younger, she apparently wasn't allowed into her local comic book store simply because she is a girl, and apparently she has resented men in the comic book industry ever since.
Oh, that
Can't be real either.
That sounds
That's fucking
really super
bullshit.
convenient.
There's no way that's real. There's no God damn it! I want to like Amelia Clark. There's no way that's real.
Here's the thing: she probably wasn't let in because when she was let in the first time, she probably was a little fucking brat, and they said don't let her back in. She screwed up some shit. Or what happened?
Because she's our age. There's no way that a fucking comic book store in the 90s or even the late 80s wasn't letting fucking girls in. And even and again, I'm not trying to say outright that she's a liar, but she's a fucking liar. There's something else there that she ain't fucking saying. Because especially back then, they wanted motherfuckers to buy fucking comic books, and unless she was fucking living in, Jesuits, Pennsylvania, or some crazy fucking shit. There's no way that's real. There's no fucking way. Maybe
in Mississippi that was possible in like the early '80s.
Yeah, like the part of Mississippi that like still thinks it's like 1889 or some shit. Like we're saying off the rails level shit for that to be real. And there's no way that's fucking real for a comic book. I don't even know where she's from, and I'm guessing it's from fucking BFE, Indiana, whatever. But there's no way in the world that a woman who grew up to be a fucking that she's from England, wherever the fuck. Even more so, England can be weird. England ain't that fucking weird.
Now let's hold on. Let's read some more. So, speaking with Variety, who actually covers a comic book for some reason, Amelia Clark says that she found it arresting when she went to a Comic-Con for Game of Thrones. It was mostly males. I read a lot of fantasy novels full of rich worlds as a child, like Lord of the Rings. There was always a place in my imagination that I would gravitate towards. Later on, when I went to Comic-Con for the first time at 22 with Game of Thrones, I was amazed with what I saw. Almost entirely men. Later, as tides turned in the industry and #MeToo emerged, I began to look at the community through the eyes, and it was arresting, she said. Fuck you, lady.
I mean,
God damn it, woman.
If you go to a Victoria's Secret, there's a shitload of women in there, but that's no reason to bitch.
Yeah. I don't bitch because I can't fit in their juicy sleep pants. Like I just can't fit in them. It's fine.
I know you've tried too, but
listen. That's a story for
avocado toast.
That's all these are stories for after hours. People listen to our get on our Patreon.
I like it. Nick whores himself out for $1,000.
She's full of shit, and it's not even about her political beliefs. Like, listen, that part I honestly don't care about. I really don't. But I just and Jeff knows this better than the only people that probably are on the same level where Jeff is to know how I feel about this shit emotionally is my sister and my fucking wife, right? So And they fuck people who know me know. I hate when people lie for no fucking reason. You could have fucking done this and it been good, and you get all the attention that you wanted. There is no reason or level where you coming up with this shit benefits you, especially that you're doing it for fucking Image. You know, Image is a respectable fucking brand publisher. A lot of people, you know, they've got some great fucking comics under that fucking banner. And the fact that there is a failure on so many levels, they let her say this, that she thought this shit out while she was taking a dump at home and was like, yeah, I'm going to say this shit. And then, two, the fact that there are obviously people who are publishing it like fucking Variety, which isn't surprising now that I say it out loud, is insane. That's insane. And she's trying to torpedo Image right now, and that's what's fucking pissing me off, because there's no, it's and I get it. Like, I get it that you want to be this bastion of hope for people who happen to be women and are into comic books and nerd culture, but you're doing more damage than you could ever fucking possibly imagine. Not a motherfucker who agrees with you is going to be okay with this shit. Not one. Even if you want to do some crazy ass bullshit where you wrote a comic book, for you to make it about, oh, well, I went to Comic-Con and saw a bunch of dudes, so I made this crazy ass fucking comic book. No one's going to read it. No one's going to fucking read it. And then every other person who isn't a fucking comic writer, who happens to be an actor, a comedian, whatever, you've made it harder for them, especially the women now, because you want to be adversarial for no fucking reason. I don't know if you forgot this, Amelia, but the show that you were a part of, that was a cultural phenomenon for a long time, shat the fucking bed. And if you cared as much about that fucking show and about the shit you were doing as much as you do about this bullshit with this bullshit comic book, the world would be a better fucking place. But you don't, because you want to be famous and you want to be this motherfucker who wrote this crazy ass comic book. It's not going to happen. It's a fucking fairy tale that you're living in, and the shit ain't real. It's not real. You done fucked up, AA Ron. You done fucked up.
Wait, hold on. I want to say this right now. Our comic book will sell more copies than this piece of shit.
Don't say that, because somebody will just buy 1,000 copies of it, or a couple thousand copies of it, and win.
Listen. You know, you really, if that person is listening, they really want to win, buy 1,000 copies of our comic book. Help us out. Come on.
I think
that's the other bad thing is
where his mouth is and buy more of our comic book now.
I'm okay with that. I think that's a great fucking idea, by the way, Nick. But the bad thing too is she's making this. There's some young female artist out there who's trying to bust her ass to make a comic book that Amelia Clark just made it worse for. Not just that writer, but for people like us. People like fucking Jeff, who's been doing this shit. That's what pisses me off even more. Are people who've been busting their ass and working on this craft for years while she was off getting naked with fucking Jason Momoa. There are people who are not going to get a shot because of this shit.
Well, look, she's the most out of touch celebrity. I get it.
She really is.
Keanu Reeves is a cool dude. He does, he's part of the Matrix, all this fun shit. I want to read from this guy. But hold on. This is where it gets really stupid. You guys are talking about...
No, hold on.
It's getting stupid?
Yeah, it's getting stupider?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay, go on, please.
It gets dumber. Ready? Now, let me just get through this before we have a meltdown, because it's really dumb. So Clark decided to write her own comic book, Mom, Mother of Madness, officially described as Deadpool. Similar to be a Deadpool, along with a comic book writer, Marguerite Bennett, she said. In doing my research, I found that 16% of comic book creators are female, according to a 2019 study. Only 30% of comic book characters are women. So, on the other hand, roughly half comic book buyers are female. Something did not sit right with me in that exchange, and all the signs were telling me to go make my own, said Clark. Now, what is wrong with this, at least from my point of view, is, okay, if half the audience is women, they like what's already out there. What the hell are you trying to do? Because all you'll do, you want to say, here's the bullshit conceit of all this. Oh, we're going to have more women read comics. What will happen is people will just fucking leave. So then the percentage will jump like, well, only 50% of the audience is women. Now it's 75% of the audience is women. Yeah, because 25% of the dues just left. 25% of the money left. So in this trying to fix whatever demographic inequality and bullshit that she's coming up with, like, that's not a real fucking issue. Like, why don't you make a comic book because it's your passion? Or why don't you tell a story because it's whatever? Don't look at market research. You're so out of touch anyway. I don't trust your point of view.
Yeah, and I think the market research thing is a tell because she wants to. I think she's trying to become fucking Marvel. She wants to make her own comic book, then she wants a movie deal, then she wants to act in this role, and then she wants 10 movies after it. That's what she wants.
Well, I think the more dangerous thing is she wants to be Sinead O'Connor. That's what this is.
Boy.
Sinead O'Connor now is somewhat respected, and even though she's still fucking crazy, she's at least reached a point in her public career, people at least respect her. But the problem with that is everyone wants the end result of being a modder. No one wants to put in the fucking hard work. You don't make money off of being a modder. You don't make you're not gonna find extra work for being a modder. And again, she's still gonna get work in film and TV, even though they're all probably gonna suck, like fucking Terminator Gynesis. But she wants to be she wants to have that moment where she did something so profound that it's infamous and multiple generations see it, right? She wants to have that Pope tear up moment on TV. She wants that so bad, but it's gonna backfire because no one's gonna read this. You can talk about winning a gold medal as much as you fucking want. It's my goal. It's my dream. Blah blah blah. But if you don't do it, no one fucking cares. So you want them to be this profound artist in comic books that change the way that women see comic books, that people see women in comic books. No one's gonna fucking see it because they see this shit and they're gonna say, "Yeah, fuck this."
Dion,
yeah,
I wanted to win a gold medal and I didn't. So you're saying you don't care? You don't care about me anymore?
I care about you. I don't give a shit about the gold medal you didn't win in Appalachia. You're a good dude. You're my friend. You're one of my closest friends. I love you. But if you were to go on and on about the fucking gold medal you dreamt about in 1996, right before the fucking bomb went off and fucking all this crazy shit, I'm gonna be like, I don't care, dude. It didn't happen. Fucking pass me the whiskey and let's watch some more crazy shit. I don't care about that fucking shit. It's gonna be the same thing. She's gonna be in some shitty ass movie starring Jamie Foxx and fucking Selena Gomez, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, remember that time that you wrote a comic book?" And she's gonna say, "No, I don't fucking remember." She's gonna pull a Billy Bob Thornton because it's gonna blow up in her fucking face, and she's back at square fucking run.
Guess what, motherfucker?
All right.
By the way, I'm reading her Wikipedia, okay, just to kind of get a little bit of insight into her. She grew let's see, she was born in London. She grew up in Oxfordshire, which is a pretty big area apparently, like half a million people, like it's a big area. Her dad was a sound engineer and her mom was a businesswoman who was vice president of marketing at a global management consultancy firm. Okay, so
she grew up.
She comes from fucking money. Yeah. And
so
she has no way how the
knows,
fucking real world works.
Yeah, she knows all this shit. The fact that she's like, I couldn't go to a comic book store. Bitch, you could have one of your maids pick them up for you. Okay, calm the fuck down.
Yeah. Or your parents bought you that shit when you asked for it, and they didn't fucking, they didn't say, "Oh, well, we gotta pay for the license tonight." They said, "Yeah, sure. You want a fucking weird ass comic book? I'll go get it." And all of a sudden, it developed into this. I couldn't do this bullshit. Blah 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 blah. And say one time she probably got yelled at the comic book store because she was being an asshole, like she is right now.
Actually, I would bet dollars to donuts. The story actually is this. Her friends were wanting to go in the comic book store. She said, "No, that's fucking stupid." And they said, "Fine, don't ever come in here with us." And that's probably the actual.
Yeah, that sounds.
I'd
bet on that too.
I
think you hit on the nail on the head.
That sounds like some mean girl shit, and I believe that. Also, apparently, she's part Indian because one of her ancestors fucked up.
No.
Yeah, it's in her Wikipedia. So she's probably really mad at brown people, but hey, whatever, man.
Well,
love Indian people.
Let me tell you about the character because I just want to get away from Emilia Clarke's stupid face. But let's talk about this character because apparently it's going to change the world. So regarding regarding the superpowers, she's a single mom that gets shit done. This was born from the idea that single mothers are superheroes. Now, a quick aside. I was raised by a single mom. My dad passed away when I was very young. Love my mom. She's cool as hell. I had nothing but the utmost respect for her. But this is a stupid-ass concept. Anyway, you need superhuman strength to do that. When you get into your 30s and your friends start having kids, you're like, oh, God, I was not aware of what it took. Holy shit, she said. Does she have kids yet?
No.
She's dude. Once again, she's single, getting bagged by Jason Momoa on camera. Okay.
Now, another key identifier for the character is that all of her powers manifest from her menstrual cycle. The bloating, the hair growth, the mood swings, the acne, all of it. We hate when it happens, speaking for myself and everyone I've ever met who has had a period. What if we turned that around and made the period something that we can feel as unique and crazy and superhuman thing that happens to our body? When Maya is scared, she goes invisible. When she's angry, she has superhuman strength. She can swing like Spider-Man from her armpit hair, Clark says.
What?
Oh,
what?
God.
Fucking what? Like, I just don't.
So
you could have just made a comic book with a single mom in it that fucking kills
mobsters.
zombies or something.
Yeah,
kills mobsters.
Yeah.
Why
Whatever.
you didn't just do that?
So she really wants to remake The Kitchen, basically. That comic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
So let's see. So she goes invisible, like Mrs. Incredible, I think.
Mrs. Fantastic.
Mrs. Fantastic.
Sue Storm.
Sue Storm, and then she hulks out when she's angry. She does a Spider-Man. So basically, you're taking, you're picking and choosing your powers from several known comic books just to make this character kind of unique, but not really.
Exactly. She's a fucking hipster right now.
No, 100% hipster.
Who posts on Reddit and thinks that she knows every fucking thing. And sure enough, here we are. No one's gonna read this shit. And then now comic book companies are going to be a hell of a lot more hesitant to go out on a limb on some young upstart because of this fucking bullshit that she saw. Go ahead.
Anna told me about this book yesterday, and we had the biggest laugh because, we both make comics. We're embarrassed, but whatever. It's just one of those things where it's like, this is what people make. Ooh, I better up my game.
Yeah, and that itself tells you how smart Annie is. Even she saw this and saw through the bullshit, and it's targeted for her. And she's
right.
like, no, man, I ain't doing that. No, this is bullshit. This is funny. It's hilarious. I ain't buying this. I'm making fun of it. And the fact that it's marketed, it's marketed to her demographic and and her age and things like that. And the fact that even she saw through the entire bullshit of that whole thing and is just like, I'm not gonna fucking pay for this. That tells you right there it's not gonna fucking work.
Nope. So we spent a little bit of time on that topic. So we have the audience waiting. They have chimed in, and I don't want to make them wait. So we're gonna read a couple of super chats right about now.
Shit, yeah, we got to get paid. And on that note, we cue the music. Matt. Matt. Meow.
So, our first super chat of the night comes from our friend Cesario Japan, who writes V. So clearly Cesario Japan reads the description. Thank you very much. Infinite Wonder says, Jeff, I am very disappointed in you for messing up my super chat last time. How could you confuse the Crystal Skull vomit cinema for the Saw films? Yeah, I must have been drunk. I apologize.
It happens.
Yeah, should have
easy to do because those movies suck.
Mm-hmm.
What the Saw movies?
The Everything After One sucks.
Yeah, no,
I'm
in complete agreement with you on that. Everything After One is just like it becomes torture porn. It's like I'm not gonna fucking watch this.
Well, Danny Glover's not in it. That's why you don't like it, Dion.
Yeah. I still think, Dion, you missed an excellent opportunity to fucking super kick that one little fucking guy that was riding around like Jigsaw on the tricycle at Horror Hound. I really wanted you to do it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Dion and I were walking down the hallway, and that guy was fucking going around dinging his little bell and everything like that. I was like, dude, he's at perfect height for us just to fucking blast him with a super kick.
Then if he didn't sell our fucking finisher, we'd have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
You sell it, motherfucker.
Infinite Wander says, on a happier note, did you know that there was an Aliens vs. Predator game before the movie? It was a console RTS called Extinction. Mandalore Gaming did a review. I'd suggest you watch said review sometime.
I think I played that.
I remember it. I never played it, but yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure I've seen footage of said game, but I've never played it. Now, the Alien Predator game I remember there's an arcade side scroller, right? Like a beat 'em up.
Yeah, I think so.
Not in America. It's a Japanese exclusive or something like that.
I don't know if it's Alien vs. Predator. Maybe. I don't remember that one. But I know there was one. 20th Century Fox actually fucking helped produce I remember that game.
Well, 20th Century Fox, there's been a couple games they've helped produce that were decent, but a good chunk of them were kind of ass. You guys remember the old Die Hard game, the Die Hard trilogy?
Oh my god, don't remember.
No, I don't. I don't think so.
That was terrible.
Lucky you. Yeah, it's shit, Nick. You have not missed out.
Oh yeah, I'll take a word for it.
Because wasn't it 20th Century Fox that was one of the distributors of that other Bruce Willis video game that was supposed to be like a combination of Die Hard and The Fifth Element, that they only got like half the fucking lines done because
there was the actual Fifth Element
that
game. The actual Fifth Element game is fucking horrible.
But Dion, I know the game you're talking about. It's got a weird name, and like the box art's like half of Bruce Willis's face.
Yeah.
PlayStation used to have these like really big releases that everyone talked about, and then no one fucking played.
Exactly.
Yeah, because people played it for about 5 minutes and it's like, I'm done. I'm
They're
not
like, oh, you half-assed this game. Okay, yeah, I don't want to play this anymore.
What's new? Now, Joseph Bienowicz says, "Hail WCBS. Buffalo Jeff, please sing HBK's theme song, Sexy Boy."
Here we go.
Oh, Sean, I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks. Drives the girls wild.
So glad I
I've
can't
got
hear this
the
right
moves.
All right. What do you guys think?
I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I fucking love that song.
I think if Shawn Michaels shows up at a convention, you need to do that. You need to do Buffalo Jeff voice in front of him with a song.
I'm just a sexy Kurt. Sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt. God damn you.
Yeah. Fucking Leif has still never sent me that picture from Star Wars Celebration where we were in front of the that one decked out car that was from the Fanboys movie.
Yeah.
We were all standing around and I fucking did the Shawn Michaels pose in front of it. It's like, where is my picture?
Wait, no, you're oh god. I'll see if I have it. I'll get it to you.
That anus never got it to me.
He's anus about other things, but not not.
That would be his superhero power, be it extremely fucking anal.
No, his superpower is the ability to message you across like 14 different platforms for one fucking question. I swear to God, he'll text me through his email
and running away from fire alarms.
Yeah, he'll WhatsApp me through WhatsApp. He'll fucking use Snapchat to message me, Instagram Messenger, Twitter Messenger, Facebook Messenger. It's like, motherfucker, pick one. You are 55 years old. You do not need this many apps to message people with. Okay.
Does he get across any of them?
What?
Does he get across to you through any of them?
Yeah, he does, but it's irritating because like I don't know his screen name on a lot of them, so it's kind of like I have to guess who it is. And if there's no previous conversation, I'm just like talking to somebody and trying to figure out who it is. Eventually, I'm like, this person's anal. It must be Leip.
Well, anyway,
yeah, it's like he had a seizure. It's like, oh, Snapchat. It's like, pick something else. God damn it, just text me or fucking WhatsApp. You pick one? God damn it.
Now, since you're talking about anus, we forgot to mention the word. So episode 269, we wanted something, last week, a fistful of semen was a huge success, a little gross. So we're going to change the word. This week, the word is gooch. So take a movie title, TV show, song, replace one word with gooch. There you go.
Hot tub gooch machine.
Yeah. The gooch team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gooch Busters.
Gooch Busters. I love when you add gooch to things. To me, it sounds like everything has like a 70s connotation to it. Now it's like a very like, yeah, it's weird, but I like it.
Would you watch a film titled Happy Gooch more?
Yes, I would.
Cool. because that's coming soon to a theater near you.
I bet it is.
Gooch Madison.
Gooch,
Yep.
Gooch Madison production.
Oh,
Revenge of the Gooch.
Revenge of the Gooch.
The Gucci's.
Now, is that a Star Wars or a Revenge of the Nerds parody? I'll never tell.
Yes.
12 years at Gooch. Super Smash Brothers candidates. Thank you very much. He says, Jeff, in theory, if I would hire you to illustrate a comic / webcomic, how much would you charge? Also, Bret Hart is scared of horses, and he is Dion's number one. Dion, how would you like to address that Bret Hart is afraid of horses, therefore making him your number one favorite wrestler?
How is that possible? He's a big fan of westerns, and he was in a western.
Well, I hope it wasn't the same Western that crippled Superman, because that'd be.
Oh man, too soon.
That was
too
an
soon.
equestrian event. He was in a competition, and he lost.
Oh. Yes, everything.
Jeez. Still too soon, Dion. Still too soon.
I'm sorry. I got caught in the moment.
Yeah. Oh man, so that was dark. Let's move on a little. Well, to answer your question, Super Smash Brothers candidates, I don't have an answer because I just don't have the time to do anybody else's project. That would just be terrible for me to try to do right now. We got Wokebusters I want to put out at the end of the year, and fulfilling all of this stuff is a lot of time. So I could point you in the direction of people if you're looking to get stuff made, but as of now, I wouldn't have the time. Sorry. Liquor Jim, there he is. He says, it's Thursday, so it's got to be world-class bullshitters time. Tuning out because I can't stand Buffalo Jeff, but here's to an otherwise good show.
I'm gonna find you.
God damn it.
Yes, you got him.
Doug Keller says, Nick spent last week smoking peyote with Ken Kesey.
Oh, I wish.
But did you try DMT?
No, I did not meet Joe Rogan.
Hey, you ever see that Moose that got hit by a car? Yeah, my man.
No, Joe Rogan did not. Surprisingly enough, in the Comedy Store, his name is in lights, like on the wall with the other people, which is kind of weird. But his name is in lights in that room. It's fucking strange.
He's a big deal. I just think of him as like the news radio guy, the Fear Factor guy, and the MMA guy, like, and his podcast.
I just think of him as a UFO DMT guy.
Dude,
yeah.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Gooch.
Oh my! Oh, yeah. Amelia Clark would be so proud right now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we'll read a few more, then we'll get back to this topics. Wolf's Pain says, don't know if this is on the schedule, but did you hear that Velma is to be race swapped as Asian? She's been color washed and stereotyped. Fun. Nick?
I don't know. I don't know. I could be into the Asian thing. I think that's okay. I know she was like Latino or Mexican in the fucking Scoob movie for like us, that was their their thing to do, which I was like, you couldn't really tell. She had like one little line that made it seem that way, but it was like a really throwaway one. But yeah, they keep going after Velma. I don't know why. Just quit. Just stop, please.
It is really weird that the one that they choose to focus on is Velma. Like, they're not trying to race swap
because
Shaggy.
if she's the one in all the episodes is always like the smart one who figures it out in the end and unmask the guy. It's like, oh, all the clues came together. I know what's going on now. And I think because she's a smart female in the group, they're trying to make her other races so that they get that kind of going through. And I'm just like, why? Just why?
Yeah, it's weird, dude.
Just leave her. Just leave her in her small skirt and her very tight sweater. Okay, just leave her alone.
Seriously,
just leave them all alone. The
agree.
Gang look a certain way. Why would you want to change it up?
They've been going since the '60s, and they're still going. They still have tons of shows.
Right, bro?
Yes. 1969, and I mean they've been going strong ever since. They've had shows, they've had TV stuff, they've had movies, they've done WWE stuff twice. Like, it's not the best, but they've done it. But I mean, they're still going, and obviously there's a market for it. That's why they're still doing it.
Well, I wasn't gonna watch this version of Scooby-Doo because if it doesn't have Scrappy, I'm just not interested.
God damn it.
I'm joking. I couldn't even get to that fucking sentence convincingly.
Oh, God.
CLJ Screwjob has a question. He says, what would Jeff's superpower be then? Well, what I'd want my superpower to be would be, I can control anyone with my mind. I can be like, yo, in my brain say, hey, do this, and they'll do it. That would be the superpower I want. But the superpower I'd probably be gifted would be like, I go to punch somebody, my hand catches fire and produces like 10 kilotons of torque or something. I don't know.
Oh my God. Like that. It'd be funnier if your power was that you were able to shrink really small.
Yeah, no, you mean like
instead of 6.5 foot Jeff, we get 3.5 foot Jeff, like that.
Well, he could be like Ant-Man. He can just go ahead and make himself any size smaller.
Well, what was I going to say to you? No, I think my superpower should be I shrink down to about 5'10" and I'm just an average sized dude. That'd be really practical.
That would be pretty funny.
You'd save a lot of money on clothes.
Yeah. Doug Keller says Carson Palmer is the best Bengal.
I mean, he's no Kajana Carter.
We're going to read a few more, and then we're going to jump right back into the topic because these are just fun. So Bear Business 1 says, if Jeff does not do the Buffalo Jeff voice, he would be melted. So blame Marvel and the Lizard Overlords, Dion.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, Breadman Productions, you fucking win. Hold on, where is that at? I saw that pop up on the screen. That's so on brand, Nick. Read the title of that film.
Mother Gooch presents Once Upon a Taint.
Yep.
Yeah. Support independent film, folks. Support independent film.
Yeah, because Hollywood's complete shit.
TLJ Screwjob says, if the black half of Jeff didn't go after Jesse's fat ass, all of Jeff would have been melted.
I mean,
damn.
Yeah.
What a great message. So that's a good place to move on to our next topic. You guys feel pretty happy with that?
Yeah,
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Nick, just to double down, I got some more bad news for you.
Oh, God.
Your friend Robert Cummings, a.k.a. Rob Zombie, is making a Monsters
Jesus
movie.
Christ.
Oh! Why is he going to ruin the Monsters?
Because you want to know why? You want to know fucking why? Because he couldn't get the goddamn Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake for the 4th fucking time.
So he's going to ruin the Monsters?
Yeah, that's why, buddy.
Do you want to hear about it?
No, I don't. But you're going to tell me anyways.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. So Rob Zombie has confirmed his long-running resurrection of the Munsters is really happening. The musician-director announced the news on his Instagram page Monday. Attention, boils and ghouls, Zombie wrote. The rumors are true. My next film project will be the one I've been chasing for 20 years. You're going to fuck it up,
you
dickhead.
Have not been
the
Munster. Motherfucker, you somebody's giving you a buttload of money for that. That's why 20 years my ass. He's gonna I've never heard him once. I've never heard him fucking okay, and I've heard a couple interviews with him, not all of them, but a couple of them. He's and clearly his style is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. His style is very fucking clearly Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And he said that in the beginning when I was like, he seems okay for a horror director. And I watched a couple of his interviews and he kept saying Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's never said fucking Monsters as far as I know. All of a sudden, 20 years, fucking Monsters. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Poser asshole.
Now, there's a little more. I'll continue. The film is from Universal Studios via its 1440 Productions division. The Munsters was a 1964 sitcom about a family of monsters who relocated from Transylvania to an American suburb. The show ran for just about 2 seasons, although a similarly premised spooky comedy, The Addams Family. Yet, despite their brief runs, both shows cast a rather long shadow over popular culture in the decades since.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to say is this movie's 30 years too late. And people are going, how's Rob Zombie's Munsters movie 30 years too late? They made an Addams Family movie 30 years ago. The early 90s was that golden period of taking old television shows and adapting them into films. You had this, you had the Brady Bunch, you had a few other ones, Beverly Hillbillies off the top of my head. I can't think of it.
Yeah, Beverly Hillbillies. You had like what is it?
Mod Squad got turned into
Mod Squad. Yeah, you had a bunch of that stuff, and we're beyond past that. We're beyond past that.
We're 20 years past that trend.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So I don't foresee this one breaking the bank no matter what. People are like, oh, it's a Rob Zombie picture. That means nothing.
That means
it's shit.
Yeah.
He had his shot and he fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean he's one of the offshoot timelines for Michael Myers. Okay, come on. Oh god. Yeah, I mean, it's of course he announced it. I remember for a long time there's a whole joke that he's going to remake like The Fly and and fucking The Blob and shit like that. Like nobody wanted him to touch anything. Now all of a sudden after so many years of him not doing stuff, they're like, oh, we should get him back, because we need an old IP and he's a poser Walmart metal rock god or whatever. It's fine, we'll get him. It's like, no. Nobody wants this shit. Even John Carpenter called him an asshole for trying to remake Halloween. The fact that you were tasked to put your own spin on Halloween and you tried to remake it, and the creator himself, who's still around, called you a fucking asshole to your face should say something.
Yep.
And mind you, John Carpenter's old. He's old and doesn't give a shit anymore. And he just said that to everybody. He didn't care. It's on record. There's a video of it on YouTube. Go look it up. I'm not kidding.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. It's on YouTube. Go look it up. I'm not kidding.
Hey, Bomb Shoes, your superpower must be to know when I play Super Smash Brothers, because I shit you not, this week I threw a bomb shoe. I was like, I wonder if that listener's going to show up. I can even I'll get a screenshot of my Nintendo playtime, but I'm going to read that the appropriate time, Bomb Shoes. But I wanted you to know that's my superpower, or yours. You picked. So Rob Zombie has made decent music but terrible movies. And there's a lot of people in the chat saying, can he go back to making music? I think he should just retire.
No,
he and his wife can go off and have a very happy, safe, healthy life. But stop fucking up movies. You were never an artist.
Here's the thing. Who do you think his wife's going to play in the fucking movie?
Oh, Lily.
God.
Yeah. Fucking Lily. Okay.
She ain't got shit on Yvonne Carlo.
I agree.
Never did.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be a shit show, and
price, he might be able to still get Butch Patrick to play Eddie Munster.
Yeah,
no, guaranteed. Butch Patrick is gonna come in because he needs the money, and he's gonna do a cameo, guaranteed.
So the last time we had a film similar to this upcoming Munsters movie was 2012's Dark Shadows, which technically was a hit, but it was a really expensive movie. So Dark Shadows had a budget of 150 million. It brought in 245. Now that's with big names like Johnny Depp and fucking Tim Burton. Rob Zombie is not.
But here's okay. I've never seen Dark Shadows, but I personally anyways, I feel like Tim Burton at least got the tone of it, and it was funny and it was somewhat entertaining. I did kind of enjoy it.
No, I wasn't shitting on it. All I'm saying is like that's the bar. Like a really expensive movie like that only brings in that much over its budget, which is, fine. But we always talk about, was it 2.5 times the budget is what it has to be profitable? Yes. Yeah. We're not into those numbers. And then on the other hand, they were out The Addams Family. The Addams Family movie made $200 million on a $24 million budget. That was also, though, an animated feature. So this movie, you could argue it has a high ceiling, but I would argue that Rob Zombie, as well as a live action film, it's probably going to land maybe like $50 million maximum. That's my guess.
Yeah, because I mean it's an old IP, and everybody who's seen the show is like in their 50s and stuff. So it's the market he's going after is weird, and the fact that Universal, I think somebody needs to fire the main person at Universal, because they keep fucking up and making these. They keep trying to do their monster shit and trying to revamp the Universal monsters and this, that, and the other every like 3 years. Like just fucking stop it. Just fucking stop it.
Sorry, this is the greatest film title of all time. She's All Gooch.
She's all Gooch.
Oh my god. So Dion, not to make you feel left out, your favorite filmmaker, I heard him pop up this week. Would you like to hear what your boy Zack Snyder's talking about?
Oh God, I have to. Yes.
All right. So Dion, I know you're not a big anime fan, but Zack Snyder has expressed interest in potentially directing a Dragon Ball Z film.
Of course he did. Of fucking course he did. Of course he did. And Goku is going to randomly murder a single mom to show his humanity somehow, right? Okay. Thanks, Zach. Fuck you.
Dion, have you seen the greatest zombie movie ever made, Army of the Dead?
Yeah. I have not. Hillary and I said that we were going to hang out right before the UFC card and watch it. I'm scared because I don't want to I don't want it to put me in a shitty mood.
Okay, then don't watch it.
Oh fuck.
Like I want to do a drunk watch party with you so bad for like the first time you watch it to get your genuine reaction on everything. I really fucking badly want to do that because
Fuck
like
it,
I watch
let's plan to do that
because
then.
the things that I watch it like the beginning is very much Zack Snyder in the beginning. Like you will when you see the introduction of the movie, you know it's fucking him. You just know it. I just want to see. I just want to hear you get progressively more drunk and angry at the movie and just see what happens.
We should plan on that. We should plan on it to do a drunk watch stream, and we'll watch that fucking movie, and we can all see my reaction live.
What, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead?
Yeah.
I'm down. We'll film it at Loudy's wedding, like literally during his wedding. I do, and he's like, "Son of a bitch!" in the back. He's screaming, Dion.
because I mean, he does like he has the Richard Cheese song in the beginning, but he has the slow motion zombie shit that he copied from Zombieland. Clearly, because it's all slow motion in the beginning of like how everything happened. And it's just like the Richard Cheese playing a song for like 4.5 minutes, and just them going through the progression of like how the zombie thing happened and how they got out and all this other bullshit. So
sounds that's that Zach fucker.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding because I was like, and he's the one who was holding the camera the whole time, so a lot of shit's out of focus and they let that slide. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Wait, Netflix gave Zack Snyder a bunch of money. He shot the movie himself, and it's out of focus.
Yeah, I'm not.
Why
kidding.
am I not fucking surprised?
Huh. And Netflix was like, oh look, it's really artsy that it's out of focus all the goddamn time. We'll fucking print it, fucking put it up on the server. We're good.
I think that just makes it poorly done.
I've seen amateur porn with better camera work. God damn it!
Yeah. You shot amateur porn with better camera work.
Yeah, goddamn right. I know how to goddamn focus though. Okay, there's a difference.
I mean, I thought it was an automatic feature. When I'm out there filming Star Wars toys, I just tap the screen and it all stays in focus. But
listen,
I can't tap a screen. For God's sakes. Zack Snyder, though, controversial opinion. He's the perfect man to make a live-action Dragon Ball Z movie because he's already done it with Man of Steel. That fight scene between Superman and General Zod is essentially Goku and Vegeta, Goku and Piccolo, or Goku and Frieza, any fucking buddy. You can't. That's the joke. It's just a bunch of blurry people fighting and shit breaks. That's a Dragon Ball Z movie, folks. If you want it, you got it in Man of Steel. Zach, fuck off.
Seriously.
Well, they killed his universe, and now he's trying to get into another one. So,
guess so. I'm just reading the chat. Sorry, Saturday Night Gooch made me chuckle. More than a gooch to me. Now, Zack Snyder, let's get him away out of our memories. Let's talk about another actor that we another celebrity that we rarely bring up, but we might have a different opinion of him. Now, Dion, when you think of the greatest James Bond villains, who do you think of?
I think of Goldfinger. I think of Dr. No. I think of, oh my gosh, there's, I do put Ronaldo Silva in that conversation. Christoph Waltz playing his, and obviously Alex Trevelyan, 006, the former 006, who did it for England, James.
No, me. You forgot Kojak.
Yeah, who loves you, baby?
also Blofeld.
Blofeld, Jaws, fucking
Jaws. Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
our boy Sean Bean is in the news. Now, this is
hold on. Did he die again? What happened?
Yeah, this time it's permanent.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, he's in some tabloid news talking about James Bond. I want to hear your guys' opinion on his opinion. You guys ready?
Hit me.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to read the whole thing. Sean Bean outrage over Daniel Craig snub by James Bond fans. It's pathetic. The 62-year-old stunned viewers with his commanding role in the new BBC series Time, with critics hailing the 3-part show as a 5-star winner. The proud Yorkshire man, opposite acclaimed actor. Whatever, who gives a shit? Anyway, long story short, Sean Bean. His standout performance came in the 1995 James Bond classic Goldeneye, which saw him play Alec Trevelyan. Trevelyan is initially a 00 agent and Bond's closest friend until he fakes his own death, established by the Yanis crime syndicate before ultimately his demise at the hands of Pierce Brosnan's 007. Bean himself was reportedly close to being considered to become Bond himself in 1987, before the role ultimately went to Welshman Timothy Dalton. Producers were so impressed with the Sheffield-born legend, however, he was given a role of Bond's nemesis. Having worked on Bond itself, Bean is routinely asked questions about the franchise and how it has maintained its appeal for more than 20 films. But one issue that has irked Bean was the criticism that is aimed towards Brosnan's successor, Daniel Craig. When Craig was announced as the new Bond in 2005, critics were furious that a blonde-haired man had been given the role, with the secret agent known for his trademark jet black hair. Websites such as Blonde Not Bond and Daniel Craig is Not Bond were set up to attack the producer's decisions, and even national newspapers describing the choice as bland. Bean, however, told the Digital Spy, I think Craig's Bond is brilliant, and I remember at the beginning what they were all saying, he won't work. And I thought, you watch, and he did because he's a good actor. When Bean was asked about the backlash Craig received prior to the role, he replied with, I think it's pathetic. You don't even know what he's like. So Craig himself spoke about the impact in 2020. So calling the fans pathetic, that's not a big deal. I'm not here to go, oh, Sean Bean hates the fans or anything like that. But do you really think the response to Daniel Craig pushback was pathetic? Because, years later, Daniel Craig...
He's conflating two very different things.
Yeah. He's the most damaging James Bond actor ever because his diva ass won't be in more movies.
He was
waiting, and nothing.
Yeah, dude. Because he was he did what is it, Casino Royale? Then he did fucking
Quantum Solace.
Yeah, Quantum Solace. And afterwards, he's like, "Yo, no, I'm not. I don't like James Bond. He's a misogynist. He's this and the other." It's like, motherfucker, he's a fictional fucking character. Okay, calm down.
Well, and then he did Skyfall, and he goes, I'd rather slit my wrist than play another Bond film. And then he got paid $52 million, and then he did it anyway. And don't get me wrong, I love Daniel Craig's Bond. I'm one of the few people on that motherfucking hill. But people reacting to something that's very important, and obviously I'm not saying make websites about it, but people reacting passionately doesn't make them pathetic. I mean, if you're going to say that, you talking about it fucking 26 years later, or 16 years later, that would be pathetic. It's on the same level. You having this passionate response to that. Someone knowing someone personally doesn't mean that you can have a critique or an opinion about them being cast as something they haven't done yet. That's two separate arguments, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of his. I don't like his Bond movies. They're too much like Jason Bourne shit. That's why I'm just not a fan of them. Like I love Brosnan's. Brosnan's were great. Goldeneye was the best way that they could have brought him back. That was a fucking wonderful movie. Can never stop watching that movie. It's so good. But yeah, just not a fan of Craig, man.
Nope, me either.
So let's jump from one iconic film character to the next. So if James Bond is my number one favorite movie character, Indiana Jones is number two easily. And we have news about Indiana Jones 5, the movie that should never be made.
They canceled it? Please tell me they canceled it.
I wish they had canceled it, but I'm not going to bitch about it. I'm not going to, make fun of Harrison Ford. If you folks tonight, if you want to come up with the dirtiest Indiana Jones film titles you possibly can in honor of episode 369, please do. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Gooch or some bullshit like that. Temple of Gooch is a great idea.
Temple of Gooch.
Yep.
I think I shot that movie. Anyways.
Oh shit. Demi Moore's tapeworm has a record. There you go. He said a super chat already. Indiana Jones in the battle with erectile dysfunction.
Ooh, damn. Ooh, that was coming in hot, but I like it.
Poor Indy. No time for love, Dr. Jones.
No
time for the blue pill either.
Oh,
damn, leave Indy alone, you two. God damn it. I won't stand for this much longer.
Lucasfilm.
Listen, fuck Lucasfilm.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fucking fan.
Apparently
it doesn't sound like you're a fan of Indiana Jones either.
Shoot, yeah.
Now, when you look up Indiana Jones on Google, you know what the first article that popped up was?
Oh, God.
Indiana Jones 5?
No. Actress Karen Allen addresses her character's underage relationship with Indiana Jones. I don't think
what
of him as a
the fuck, really?
Oh, yeah. I saw that yesterday, and I was just like, this is stupid.
Jesus.
Now, folks, we're already starting. You got to virtue signal, and you got to preface so Indiana Jones doesn't get canceled next year. This is the world we fucking live in. They're preemptively put. Karen Allen isn't fucking relevant. What? Karen Allen ain't doing shit. But you know what? She got interviewed magically to talk about this, right? As the movie's
the
about
first movie came out in 81, and it was placed in the 40s, I think, Jeff?
1936.
1936, thank you. That was a different time when they were writing for that era. Get the fuck over it.
Well, my point is, they are so worried about people complaining on Twitter. This is one of those things where it's like, why is this out? Why wouldn't you want to lead with, oh, Indiana Jones is fighting the Nazis again or something? Okay. Nope. This is it. We got to make sure that everyone knows that because of how the internet works, somebody is going to go on the Mary Sue or somebody's going to write some bullshit YouTube video and go, why Indiana Jones is a predator. And they're going to talk about that one line and they're never going to watch the fucking movies and they're going to go and pick apart the stuff. And you know what? Worry about the fucking movie. It's weird. Like, no.
He's a fictional fucking character.
Well, my whole thing is too, like, I understand it if we're talking about some smut film. I understand if we're talking about something that's, you know, Birth of a Nation bad. But to try and equate Indiana Jones to a predator, you're just so far off the mark. There's a difference between an actual problematic storyline and something just being a product of its time. Like, it's like there isn't an like, they didn't make Indiana Jones with the explicit reason to be like, yep, we want to show him fucking an underage person. No, you know, Birth of a Nation was, this is our thing. We're specifically saying people of color are bad. Like, it's really fucking different. It's a total different thing. And this obsession with trying to go back and prove these nonsensical traits of characters that clearly don't exist when you watch the film. It's just weird. It's just really fucking weird.
What's happening is they're going from a tweet that transcribed a conversation between Lawrence Kasdan, George Lucas, and Steven Spielberg. And it's a fucking weird one that I'm not going to read ever out loud. You guys can go to the Insider. It's just a tweet. But it paints this in a weird way. I think this is what people are going to do right now to talk about Indiana Jones in their own weird, retarded way, is to pull up articles like this and make Indiana Jones about this, because you know you gotta make it about the modern situation. You gotta make it about the modern problems facing the world today. You can't just have, oh, Indiana Jones 5's coming out, cool, let's get excited. No, we gotta talk about the deep philosophical issues. Like, oh
god. Well, no, they're just angry that he's an old white dude and they have to cancel him. That's really what it seems to boil down to. It's like he's a popular old white dude. We have to cancel him. It's like, once again, fictional character. Like,
they're just looking under every bed to try to find a monster to hang them with.
Yeah, that's true. They're going through everything with a fine-tooth comb to try to make it worse than it is. You know, so I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, googling Indiana Jones, one of the questions was, why is Indiana Jones banned in India? Which I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was.
Or he saved all those kids from the Thuggee.
Yeah,
a hero.
I agree. Apparently, what was the Indian response to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom upon release? This wasn't by choice. It was because the Indian government wouldn't allow it to be shot there, finding the material racist and offensive upon release. Oh, yeah. The film was originally banned in the country. So I'm sure they're over it now.
Damn.
Are they suggesting that there's not cultists in India?
No, India's suggesting that it's a wonderful country and everybody should go visit it right now.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. We're in the middle of a show, Nick. I kind of have to wait.
It's only a 24-hour flight, Jeff. It's fine.
I'll look at it this way.
How much is the ticket?
I don't know, $3,000.
Yeah, nothing. I'll stay home.
Everyone I've ever met that's from India never tells me that they want to go back to India. I figure there's a reason for that.
I don't know whatever you mean, Kendo.
Yeah, Joel does not sing its praises either.
Yeah.
He also can't pronounce any of the fucking cities right either.
That's true, and that's
much
really
Nick's chagrin that one day.
Yeah. That's really irritating.
Like if you left him in the country alone, he'd ask for directions to Pankot Palace in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Pankot. I'm like, Joel, shut up, please.
Like, where's Magic at? Stop it, Joel.
You're embarrassing them. And now Indiana Jones has real news. Ow, fuck that. Anyway, the real news is I hit my knee. I know, right? So, the people over at Collider, the shills at Collider, have an article titled "New Indiana Jones 5 Set Video Reveals the Return of Nazis." So, as production of Indiana Jones 5 moves forward, we are getting a new glimpse of the highly awaited sequel, which is fitting of the series includes Nazis. A new set video published on YouTube by the Northern Whatever learned that scenes from Indiana Jones 5 were shot on the railway last weekend in England. However, what really catches the attention are the swastikas and the Imperial Eagles painted on all the sets, which means the Nazis will certainly be back to torment Professor Indiana Jones.
I mean, historically, they are his biggest enemy.
Yeah, that's true.
This movie takes place in the 60s, Kendo.
Well,
that's.
I mean, there was still Nazis in the 60s. There's still some today.
Yeah, they were just all in Argentina or working for NASA.
Yeah, or hanging out with Edward Norton in that fucking warehouse before they shot his brother.
Yep, that's true.
How about Indiana Jones fight? How about have Indiana Jones fight the Illinois Nazis? That'd be a good crossover.
God damn, I hate Illinois Nazis.
But I don't think they would have had large fucking swastikas and eagle adorned shit like in the middle of like towns, because when they were on the run in the 60s, they weren't exactly advertising their whereabouts for a reason.
Yeah.
Israelis were hunting their asses down. Well, might I add, and dragging them back to be tried and hanged.
Yeah, that's so.
Well, hard to have any sympathy, but
oh no, it couldn't happen to better people.
Hey man, they got some fine women over in Germany. That's all I'm saying.
They do. We would never argue that.
Amen.
No, yeah, my biggest complaint is, I know this sounds weird. This is like The Force Awakens, where you want to distill this numbered sequel. Essentially, it's going to be a reboot. Indiana Jones fights the Nazis in the 30s when the Nazi Party was a thing. When you have Indiana Jones in the 1950s, he fights communists. Hell, you can have Indiana Jones fight the thuggy cult in the 30s as well. But everybody identifies as Indiana Jones fighting the Nazis. So what are they going to do? They're going to write some bullshit late edition Nazi Party because it's the most branded version of Indiana Jones. There's like 5 things you have. You have him with the hat and the whip and the boulder and the Nazis. Like, that's all they understand. They're not going to worry about death traps or any of the high adventure or epic score. It's Indiana Jones is fighting the Nazis, and they're going to sell this as capturing the spirit of Raiders of the Lost Ark on that one point alone. Now, if you go back to 2008, they're trying to sell you Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on this is Raiders of the Lost Ark distilled back into its original form and put back on screen in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Folks, we've been through this dog and pony show. This is bullshit. Indiana Jones is a fucking corpse. It didn't work when they tried to reboot this shit. Well, not even a reboot. Continue this shit in 2008. This is a weird, ridiculous reboot in the Force Awakens manner, where they'll probably do Indiana Jones 6 without him in it. You know,
he'll be a Force ghost.
God damn it!
Apparently, archaeology.
I belong in a museum. Oh God! Can we just call this one Indiana Jones fights feminism, please?
I mean, if he's touring around South America in the 60s, I guess you could theoretically tie the Nazis in.
If he's in South America, then that's different. But
yeah, because
it's gonna be, he's in his college town or some shit. It's very similar to when we were first starting the show, and Jeff made the awesome analogy of the what WB was doing with the Justice League was like keying a fucking classic car. You have the original thing and you're doing something different. It just happens to be creating a fucking gash on the fucking front panel. And that's what this is. We already have a fucking, we already have a Pontiac GTO, 69 Pontiac GTO, but let's make something equally as good. So we'll copy the GTO, but then we're going to add scratches all the way down. It's just this, instead of taking what you should learn from that film, you're taking what you think works and just copying it. And it's going to be this very awkward thing where they're trying to, make the fact that he's an old man, but also fighting Nazis still this ginormous emotional moment, and it's going to fall flat because it's like you're just copying the originals. You're not actually being inspired by them.
Yeah, because you got James Mangold, who is a really great director, but this is playing with other people's toys. All these people come in. It's like if we got to make what's a good example? Something we all grew up with. Was a 90s staple. Like
fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah, like if we got to make a Power Rangers movie, it's like we're gonna all fall into the trap.
They try it.
Fan.
Yep.
So, I don't like that this is how Lucasfilm likes to do business, folks. Anyone that says there's no similarities between the sequels and the originals, folks, each movie has the first one, The Force Awakens, has a Death Star battle, just like the original Star Wars, as well as a cantina.
There's a lot of
The
stuff.
second one has a speeder battle over salt. The third one has a jungle battle, a fucking another Death Star thing, the Emperor.
On the same fucking planet.
You got to go to Endor.
Yeah,
like,
they
what?
actually go to Endor.
Also, the horses are on the outside of the ship, on the outside of the ship in the middle of fucking space, riding on it.
That they didn't copy from the original trilogy because even Lucas realized that was too fucking stupid.
Well, no, I'm just mentioning it because it's goddamn ridiculous. So.
Well, yeah.
Because that was Lucasfilm thought. We're going to do this. It's going to be awesome. It's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Nothing says proficient and efficient like hooved animals on smooth metal.
In space.
Right.
But guys,
In space.
it looks cool.
No, it didn't. It looked retarded.
We laughed about that when that was in the fucking trailer.
Yeah, and that was and Kendo kept harking on it the whole fucking time. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's like that is so ineffective. That would never work. You just gotta fucking tilt the ship just slightly, and they're gonna slide the fuck off.
Well, don't question it, Kendo, because somebody will come on here and tell us, "Oh, if you read the book," but it's like, dude, they got rid of the EU. You don't get to use that excuse.
Yeah. Take your little book, and I want you to roll it up real tight, and then I want you to shove it straight up your ass.
Yeah, shine it up first.
But again, and even people want to make that argument, it's a movie. There has to be a beginning, a middle, and an end that makes sense. You can't have pieces in the film that are missing. Oh, you got to go read the book. Old school directors and writers would punch you in the face. That's not a movie then.
Yeah, if you have to have additional, especially, with Ryan Johnson constantly answering fucking tweets about his movie and just having to justify shit. Like, that's not how the movie works. If you have to read a tweet and ask the dude a question to get an answer for what happened in the movie, you did a shitty job.
Yeah.
But guys, that's how things should be. It's social media integration.
Yeah, folks, if there's anything you
that's
missed
not a
from
thing.
today's show that doesn't explain, just read the book about episode 269 and it'll explain it all to you.
Wait, this is a book?
Yeah, how do you not have a
supplemental
copy?
reading.
Okay.
I'm a doctor, not a novelist, Jim. God damn it.
I'm both.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Indiana Jones 5, do you think it's going to be a big hit, guys? And then we'll move on to other stuff.
I'm hoping that we're wrong and that they actually learn, but it's Disney Lucasfilm, and so we
They
know
don't
what they're
learn.
gonna-
Yeah,
we know what they're gonna do.
I'm hoping that it's a flop. I really am. I really hope it flops.
Oh, don't do that to Indy.
He's been dead for a while now. It's fine. They need to flop so Disney doesn't make any more of them.
Listen, I already feel old that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out when it did. I just need a fucking win. I need a win. I love these movies. I just need a win. And I want to say that Lucasfilm has learned from the fucking sequels. I want to believe it, but
No, Dion.
Objectively, we know that they didn't.
No, Dion, you're right. We do need a win, and ladies and gentlemen, you can help us have a win by subscribing to our Patreon, giving us money so we can make my black ass searches for Kingdom of the Crystal Gooch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is
independent media, independent filmmaking.
Yeah, we need Dion to look for the Crystal Gooch. Okay.
Yeah. Academy Award winner is bringing Medea out of retirement, so he's going to be
sorry.
Medea movie 12.
Why go there?
We've got a
Why
lot
go there? We were bonding. We were bonding. We were all brothers about to go into battle, and here you come, this motherfucking 7-Eleven corner store motherfucker, and you're bringing up that piece of shit. Why?
I don't think it's appropriate to call Nick that.
Oh, yeah. Fuck you.
He's the racist.
I threw you a softball.
Listen, man. We got Slurpees and extra large T-shirts. Okay, don't.
Hey, when 7-Eleven and WWE were doing that, they still are together on a lot of stuff. I got one of those fucking Slurpee cups, and they last to this day, and they're awesome.
The Miz?
Yes, that's my favorite one. When I finally come around to loving the Miz because of you.
Oh, well, he is pretty awesome, or was pretty awesome. So
He got eaten by zombies at the last pay-per-view.
Don't remind me. You doing it again. You're doing it again. Why?
Well,
we were bonding again, and here
Why
you come
are you mad
again.
at me? The WWE is the one that booked that shit, not me.
Wait, hold
I
on.
just heard
hold
about it on the
wait.
podcast reviews, and I'm just like,
Hold
I-
on, hold on.
You
Wait,
guys
no,
know
no,
my
no,
favorite
no.
wrestler has a zombie movie coming out. Let's have a zombie match. No, Vince, that's good
What?
shit.
What zombie movie did he have coming out?
No,
Batista's in
Batista's,
Zack
zombie
Zack
movie
Snyder
thing.
one.
So what you're saying is this happened recently? With
Yeah,
the-
last
Yeah, the last pay-per-view.
last month.
Oh
last
my
pay per view,
God.
dude.
Instead of
I
paying
thought you were-
Batista to be like a guest referee,
Oh my
instead of
God.
having Batista be there or something like that to tie the movie in, for
Just
whatever
having him
reason,
cut a promo.
Netflix paid the WWE $1 million to advertise the movie, and they advertised it by having a lumberjack
Oh
match in
my
which the
God.
lumberjacks were zombies, and they
Vince really does
assumedly
love,
they went and fucking ate the Miz.
Vince really does love the taste of jizz in his mouth. I swear to God, he will take
Hey.
it for anybody.
As long as the jizz comes from a John with $1 million, he's all about it.
Yeah, he's like $1 million. It's all over my face, man.
that got weird. Anyway,
Yeah, well, no, I'm just that's what Vince is like fucking Peacock, whatever, like anything, just whatever, just
Listen, well, he knows he needs $1 million to fix his face. God damn.
It's gonna take more than that shit.
Now let's take a moment to get caught up with the audience, guys, shall we?
Message! Message!
That's for you, Kendall, always.
I love that. I will never not love that movie.
Now, our friend Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks, says, "What would Buffalo Dr. Fauci sound like? I need to hear him talk to Dion about his droplets."
Well, Dion, you gotta tell me about your droplets. I'm gonna tell you about my droplets, Dion. They're gonna drop all over your body as I hit your face. There's so much more to tell, but I have no
And he's still
time.
going. I can't believe this right now.
What a very special episode.
Yeah.
Well, it could be talking about the lab leaks. That's a thing too.
Yeah.
Different types of leaks, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Either way, there were some droplets leaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some happened. Some got out.
It's a leaky show, boys.
Okay.
Cesario Japan says, "Buffalo Jeff."
Avocado toast is bacon.
Thank you, Cesario Japan. TLJ Screwjob says, "If Dark Fate was never revealed to be Dion's favorite movie live on World Class Bullshitters, you would have all been melted." Why is there a lot of melting going on, dude?
Apparently,
Is that a
we
thing?
are late to some kind of internet meme party.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because there's a lot of melting going on. I'm like, there's a meme that just passed us by. We don't know what's going on right now. It must be a TikTok thing. That's what it is.
Yeah, clearly we don't spend our lives living on the internet.
No,
Joel
we actually have
does.
lives.
Well, Joel, yeah, but Joel's looking at certain websites I don't think we want anything to do with.
Yeah,
that's true.
probably. That's very
Lusty
very
Asian
fair.
Beauties is only fun for so long.
Well, it has its place.
Yeah, in all of our hearts. Now, you brought up this melt. That's the meme we're late to, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's just show how late to the party we are. Here's my favorite version of melt. Dion, I'm sorry.
What the? No, don't do it. Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
You thought I was going to do some Buffalo Jeff.
I
shit.
did.
No,
I
man.
was so worried. I was like, fuck.
he already had his headphones off and thrown across the room. He's like, fuck it.
I'm the coach of whoever it is. The soccer coach is just taking off his headphones with a disgusted look on his face, like, God damn it. And I was like, oh, it's an Indy reference. I get that.
Feel silly, don't you? TLJ Screwjob says if the higher power was never revealed to be Vince McMahon, he would have been melted.
Sure.
No, that just melted and destroyed a fucking storyline that they'd been building quite well up to that point.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. They have storylines. They have things that make sense. What are you talking about?
Well, 20 years ago they did. And the
That
House
son of a
one,
bitch.
And the corporate ministry thing was actually going really well until they revealed the. All right, so Nick, here's how this one worked. In order to get back at Stone Cold Steve Austin, Vince McMahon turned himself out to be the higher power. Now, in order to get back at Stone Cold Steve Austin, he did several things like attacking his own family members, strapping his daughter to a symbol, crucifying her and making her marry the Undertaker, or almost marry the Undertaker, until Stone Cold came and saved her. Why Vince did all this to get back at Stone Cold Steve Austin, we'll never know, because for some reason that all kind of made sense until it turned out Vince McMahon was named the higher power.
All right, then.
Yes, it made absolutely no sense.
Nick, just in case you didn't know, we have the footage.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Fucking JR makes it. That's the best. The whole storyline falls on its ass, but JR's son of a bitch. That will never not be great.
Who's that Pokemon? It's me, Austin. And I laugh, and then I just imagine a little Pikachu with Vince McMahon's fucking voice. Pikachu, I choose you. It's me, Austin. Every fucking time.
The scariest Pokemon of them all.
Or Mewtwo. It's me, Austin. Oh, son of a bitch.
Wasn't
There's a
Mewtwo
Texan-
abused?
Yeah, because he was a clone of Mew, and like they were experimenting and shit on him.
Yeah, and he's got psychic powers and can fuck you up.
Make you have a really bad fucking day.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Joker. One bad day can change everything.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Also sounds
All
like
we need
also
is
sounds
a
like the movie
little
falling down.
Jeff's disembodied Chard Phallus says, Dion is right about those benefits. I know I did.
Who are we having a benefit for?
I have no clue. I'm
Thick
sorry.
German women.
Oh, thick German women? They are the best. Well, no, thick Italian women. Andrew Clark, though. Thank you very much.
WCBS European Tour 2022.
Christ, yeah. I don't think I'm going to make it back from that one, boys. I'm going to eat myself to death.
Oh, jeez.
Now, Andrew Clark says, I heard that Dion said Dark Fate, his real pick.
Nope, I never
Yeah,
said
bro.
that. Nope.
How does it feel to be so outed about your favorite shit?
I've never been outed about a motherfucking thing in my life. It's some bullshit.
Is it bullshit?
Some bullshit. Y'all it's beseeching my character.
All right, William Regal, calm down.
Yeah. In Dion's defense, Dark Fate is not his favorite movie. It's his second favorite movie.
Yeah. I mean, he's a little.
Goddamn
He's got better taste than this, folks. Give him a break.
Yeah. Fucking betrayal.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. Moving on. I'll leave my best friend alone. TLJ Screwjob says, if Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner hadn't had a 141 2/3% chance of winning at Sacrifice, he would have been melted.
Sure.
What the fuck does melting mean?
Again with the fucking melting. Can someone please explain this to us? Because we clearly are not in the loop on that one.
Well, okay. Apparently, Adam Alford sent us something. I think that may answer that question.
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh, okay. Okay, I watched Loki already, and I missed out on this meme. Shit. Okay, no, did I tell you one of Jesse's listeners sent us Ernest Scared Stupid on Blu-ray?
Awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Apparently, that was shot in Nashville. Did not know that until recently.
Yeah. Takes place in Briarville, Missouri.
Yeah, and there might be an event where they walk through the filming sites, and then we go watch it later or something. I don't know.
Nick, send me the information on that.
Oh, definitely. That's going to happen right now.
Because
now,
need to take a vacation that day.
Me too.
Yeah.
Our friend Shum has a super chat that says, no one has been able to explain what happens to her powers during the days of the month when she gets pregnant. Do villains wait until that time? This is back to Amelia Clark superhero. Whatever it is, the menstruation armpit powers.
Wait. The days of the month that she gets pregnant, I mean, once that happens, though, then there's no days of the month when she gets pregnant. She's just in that state until she has a kid.
She's just out of commission for 9 months. Like,
yeah.
The superpower has its limits, Amelia. If you're if you're not even a smart supervillain, if you're just a dude that's trying to fight her, just wait until she's, out of time or something. Oh, well, she got knocked up. I guess I'm just going to take over the planet now.
Well, wouldn't she only be an effective superhero for 5 to 7 days of the month?
Yeah.
And what if she has a light month? Is she weak? Is it when they took that kryptonite and they stuck it on her before they tried to bury him in the water to go to Otisburg?
It perfectly went out right when you said suck it up. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, no, it's if she's only spotting or something like that. Is that just one of those? It's like when they fucking put the kryptonite necklace on Superman and tried to go off to Otisburg or whatever it was. It fucked him up, but it didn't kill him. Made him really weak.
Otisburg. That's a good question. I guess she would be nerfed like that.
Oh god.
It's like when Superman has to fight under the red sun. And
what is Tylenol her cure or something like that? If you give her a couple of those, she'll not be so powerful.
Yeah. Brought to you by Midol.
Here's a box of Godiva. Enjoy.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I think somebody in the chat earlier said boxed wine is her kryptonite. I'm like, yeah, why not?
I was going to say her kryptonite would probably be a man with a well-paying job that's willing to take care of her kid and raise it like it's his own. That would fuck her up.
Yeah.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says Dion's superhero name, stereotype superpower. Give epic rants that only black people can give. I'm not sorry, Dion. We're going to read a few more, and then we're going to move on to our next topic, Loki. Bear Business 1 says,
yes, Dion, let the hate flow through you.
Great rant. Stephen Kraft, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, the Emilia Clarke thing is to appeal to the woke crowd to preserve her career because she's straight and white. Last year when Kit Harington said he played with gender-neutral toys as a kid. I didn't realize that Kit Harington said that last year. What's a gender neutral toy? Isn't any toy technically gender neutral? Because it's an inanimate object.
Play-Doh's gender neutral.
Yeah, that creepy crawler oven thing there. You can make your own little spiders and stuff. I guess that technically would be gender neutral.
Now, did they have creepy crawlers that were made for gummies that you could also eat, or were
I want to say there was.
Yeah, I think they made those eventually.
Those always look so delicious.
I always just took mine to school and threw them at girls.
They had the best commercials. Creepy crawlers. That's the toy. We should go, when we go to fight, we should take a creepy crawler's oven with us, and we fucking make creepy crawlers, and when the other fighter is just tired of waiting, then we attack.
Dig it.
I think I still got mine somewhere.
That's impressive. Jeez.
Now, Doug Keller, this will be our last one for right now, and then we're going to move back. Folks, thank you very much. We'll read all those tonight. By the way, we only have 332 likes, but over 640 people watching. So do us a favor, hit that thumbs up. It helps us in the algorithm. We appreciate that. Now, Doug Keller sends in a great movie title, You Don't Mess with the Gooch. I'll let you know what you're doing.
The Gooch is loose.
Ooh! Hide the women. So last night, or yesterday morning, technically, Loki dropped on Disney Plus. Have any of you guys had the opportunity to check it out?
I have not.
I've had the opportunity, but I just haven't had the want or the need.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm very low on the desire meter to watch that one.
Yep.
Well, I watched it, so you don't have to.
Thanks, bud.
Good.
It's hard to it's hard to talk about this one because it's not as bad as WandaVision's opener. It's nowhere near as interesting or as exciting as Falcon and Winter Soldier's opener. But if this is the tenor of this show, Marvel has had 3 really big disappointments in a row. And if this is the level of TV writing that they're going to bring moving forward, I have no interest in watching anything from them. This show is such a disappointment. It has nothing to do with any wokeness. It's just, you know what my number one complaint about this episode was?
What's that?
Most of it was footage from the old Avengers movies. The opening couple minutes is just the clip from Endgame. And then it picks up with him in the Tesseract as it makes sense. But then when he's there in this area, which we'll get into when we talk about spoilers, all he does is watch clips from the fucking movies. He spends like 6 minutes watching clips from Thor: The Dark World.
Oh, God.
Okay, maybe that's a little exaggeration, like 2, but still. He keeps... the whole episode was most of the episode was just him looking back at old clips, because this show is about time, the flow of time, the multiverse, how time works. And folks, this is, even though I'm not enjoying this one episode, this is probably the most important episode of a Marvel property, because this explains how the multiverse works. Therefore, when all this bullshit happens down the road, they will be able to point back and say, this is how it works. Because,
oh God,
I call this the multiverse of Echh. Brand Echh. If you're a Marvel fan, you'll understand what that means. But what we're getting now is a backdoor excuse for literally everything. We want to race swap a character. It's the multiverse. We'll fix it. Oh, we want to do this. We can multiverse and fix it. Folks, Loki, the only thing the Loki show does, at least so far, is it gives excuses for every bad creative decision, because now they have an infinite supply of mulligans. That's all this show is. This show is to explain why, the audience didn't buy Kamala Khan. Well, we'll just retcon it and try it later. Oh, they didn't like what we did here. Well, we'll just retcon it. Like, that's all this is. We can use the flow of time to argue, well, it doesn't matter. Nothing is relevant, and everyone that has an excuse is going to use this as a fucking excuse. So Marvel's effectively done in terms of creativity. They can do anything they want and just use this excuse.
It sounds like this show was like the other Avengers show on ABC, where they're trying to like make it, mix with the movie and everything. Are they trying to do that? It seems like they're trying to do that again with this, from what you're saying, where you have to like watch this show to watch the new movie that's going to come out with like Doctor Strange or something. You have to watch them both so that you know what's going on all the time. It's like that worked one time, and then people just gave up on it because it was too much to watch all this shit all at once to kind of keep the timeline going. So people didn't want to deal with it. It was too much.
Yeah, it bothers me that that's what the show was. Because, quick synopsis, it picks up where Loki gets the Tesseract, then he gets caught by the TVA, the Time Variance Authority. And essentially it's a bureaucracy. He gets picked up by these people in uniforms that look very similar to Fahrenheit 451. The TVA is an authoritarian-looking regime. They wear all black. They have armor. They kill people, essentially. It's weird. But we see Loki get captured. Essentially, he gets arrested. And there are some funny moments. And when he gets arrested, he gets put into this room, and this guy goes, is this everything you've ever said? He goes, huh? And then another piece of paper comes out, and he goes, sign here. And he goes, what are you talking about? And another piece of paper comes, sign here. So it's a little funny gag. And then it shows him go to court, and they're going to sentence him to, I think it's resetting or restructuring, which essentially they're just going to kill him. But Owen Wilson decides that he wants to save Loki and make Loki his experiment, and that he's going to spare Loki, but he wants to find out why Loki does bad things and this and that. And they're also hunting down another Loki, because there's an alternate version where he's out there doing mischief and killing TVA officers. So
wait, Loki's doing mischief? You're kidding?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the god of mischief and a trickster. What explanation does he need for finding out why he does bad things? That's just what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Now
it's like trying to figure out why fucking Thor runs around and flies around in storm clouds and like rides the lightning. It's like, because he's the thunder god. Idiots.
Well,
all of them.
He's a thunderclap god.
Ooh. Now, one of the coolest things they've done in a Marvel show does take place in this. Loki, there's a flashback to Loki, and he's talking about how he causes mischief, and it shows him decked out in a suit in the 1960s, and he's flirting on this woman, the stewardess, and he's like, Miss, you need to read that note again. And he's like, there's a bomb. Here, turns out Loki is D.B. Cooper. In Loki and Thor, Thor's involved with some of this mischief. Like, that's the funny part. Like, you don't see Thor, but it shows Loki as DB Cooper jump out the airplane. He goes, I hope my brother and Heimdall are watching. And he jumps out of the fucking thing, gets pulled back through the Bifrost. And Owen Wilson's like, you're DB Cooper? Like, there are moments of comedy gold where it's like, oh, that's brilliant. That's great. I would have watched a Loki show. What?
Beep boop beep bop.
To say that would have been a great show if they would have just done it like that. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, like fucking Crime of the Week Loki on a heist doing shit would have been hilarious.
Yeah,
throughout time, Loki causing mischief and the ramifications and moving on. I would have liked that. This isn't a bad thing. This isn't an uninteresting concept. It's just these shows come out very hollow. It's I don't know, man. Like there used to be a big thing to get excited for. These are like the equivalent of spinning your wheels. You're just waiting to get to the end. And it's not like it's trying to sell you anything or keep you excited or hooked. It just keeps you in stasis. It keeps your attention, but it doesn't really keep you entertained. This is me speaking now.
Right.
I'm sitting there waiting for something great or terrible to happen. And Deathless Grasp on screen says, isn't there a part where he's identified as gender fluid? I wanted to bring this up. That is the dumbest way to promote a show because this show's not about that. I think if anything, they may have shown here, I'm going to read an article that discusses this because this was the worst way to promote a show because it's turned off a portion of this audience already. And it's not even in the show. The only thing you see Loki doing is flirting with a woman mistakenly. There's nothing with Loki acting like Lando from fucking Solo: A Star Wars Story or whatever.
What you mean? You mean where he wants to bang the toaster?
Yeah, there's no toaster banging in this show, but he looks at a TV very comfortably. So.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. So Loki director explains how the show handles the MCU gods' gender fluidity. Isn't that awesome that we talk about this in 2021?
So awesome. So very
when
awesome.
asked about the recent Loki promo that seemingly revealed the Marvel Cinematic Universe's God of Mischief is gender fluid, the series director Kate Herron confirmed that aspects of Loki and explained how important it was for the show to make that canon in the MCU. Loki's gender fluidity seemed to be a leak in the promo for the new series. The promo features a clip that is shown where a time-displaced Loki is forced to work for the Time Variance Authority to correct other time anomalies. The clip is shown as being part of Loki's file by the seemingly omniscient TVA, and under sex it lists fluid. That's it, I guess. I didn't remember that in the show, but there's more. Loki's gender fluidity has been long established and in Norse mythology and in the Marvel Comics universe as well. Like in Original Sin number 5.5. That's like a couple years old.
That's fucking less than a decade old, dude.
Well, I mean, the movies themselves nip that in the bud because him and Thor call each other brothers, meaning male. So that already throws that whole fucking thing out the door.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it like that.
Even then, the Thor's father, forget the actor's name, he calls him his. Thank you. Calls him his son. It's like there's the male connotation there. Y'all fucked up.
It's always been there. This is just trying to pick stuff out because Loki changed form into a woman in the comic books. Guess what? Who gives a shit? Are you going to make sure he's got the big giant tits like in the comic book too? No, you're not.
Yeah. Unless he grows Christina Hendricks' tits right now, I don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah. If you're gonna do it all the way. Don't be a fucking pussy about it. Here,
exactly.
Here's what female Loki would look like.
Yeah, I want some anime titties. Goddammit.
Well, we can
good looking dark haired chick.
But don't do half measures, Marvel. If you're gonna go all the way. There's Lady Loki right there. I believe that's drawn by Greg Land. So
that's kind of hot. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
But I know it's Loki, so I'm not gonna fall for that one.
Yeah, that kind of mystery.
That sounds like a story.
Not gonna coerce my nut, Loki. You son of a bitch.
So Heron explained, I wouldn't say the details are marked in, but something acknowledged he's gender fluid in the Norse mythology, and in the comic books, it felt like an important thing to do, as it makes you say, make sure it's canon. Now, hold on. Let's go back. I would say that the details are marked, but it is something acknowledged. He's gender fluid in the Norse mythology. Now, Norse mythology doesn't have like a phrase for what are we really going to pick old text and try to read into it with a modern?
Here's the thing. Like these people are just always unhappy because they want to change the source material, and they want to do that with everybody. James Bond, Indiana Jones, whatever, to make them their gender or whatever, different things. And they think they're smart by creating a comic book, like less than 10 years ago. That's like, oh, he's gender fluid. Then this is now canon. It must follow this canon. It has to follow this canon. That's it. It can't follow the canon from like from decades ago when they actually have the character. It's gotta follow the one from like fucking 5 years ago. That's what we're gonna follow. Why?
Exactly.
Why not the original one from the very original one? Not something that some asshole from fucking Ivy League college fucking wrote or whatever. Like I don't care about that comic book. Nobody wants it, and I'm sure if you look at the sales of it, nobody really did buy it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It didn't sell good, and they quit it. Whatever, it went under. And they think they're smart in doing this kind of bullshit, but we can read through it. It's really easy.
Yeah, we can. And here's the comic book in question. Original Sin 5.5 is from 2014.
Jesus.
How many sold? Do we know?
I can look if you really want me to.
It didn't do that great.
I mean, it wasn't like a flop of a series, but
Right.
What are we comparing it to? The Marvel crossover events tend to do pretty well. Well, they used to. So let me go to Comic-Con. So while I'm looking this up, Dion, have you read a story?
Yeah, I bought the whole collection. Is sitting on my shelf right now. So yeah, I bought Original Sin. I liked it, but not for the reasons they're trying to. Like Original Sin, for people who haven't read it, wasn't about that either. So the show isn't about that. The character's not about that. The mythology isn't focused on his sexuality, and Original Sin doesn't focus on his sexuality. It ends up being about Winter Soldier, fucking Black Panther, and Punisher, and a few other characters, and Doctor Strange, and Nick Fury. It's not about Loki's not a part of it. So to try and be like, oh yeah, Original Sin, had him, and like that was just a part of the storyline. Wasn't to make people focus on his sexuality. His was an afterthought of what had happened. So to pretend that it's just weird. Like they're trying to draw imaginary straight. You can draw a straight line between any 2 points. This isn't one of them, and it doesn't sound like the show is focusing on that.
No. Now, just to answer the question, Original Sin 5.5 was the 68th best-selling book of that year. So it comes under all sorts of other titles. But yeah, it was number 68 in terms of popularity. Nowhere near the top.
Yeah,
it does. So. The number 1 and number 2 book of 2014, Death of Wolverine number 1 and number 2. Death of Wolverine number 1 sold 260,000 units, almost 262, and Death of Wolverine number 2 sold 130,000. Did you guys read the Death of Wolverine?
I was literally just telling Hillary about the Death of Wolverine the other night.
Dude, he was up on that rooftop, melted and shit.
Dude, that was, and then 1 and 2, just I fucking love that series.
So a lot of the stuff that they're selling you on the show with the gender fluidity and stuff is really dumb because if this was never mentioned, this would have never popped up in anyone's mind. I would have just been talking about the show as, oh, it wasn't that great. It was a lot of clips from the older shows, this and that. This is a part of a conversation I don't think they really want because the adage, all publicity is good publicity. I don't know if I buy that. Look at these Disney Star Wars movies. We couldn't stop talking about them for years. They lost $1 billion. Is that good? No.
Well, not. I think the other thing too is this weird. No one's buying into it. What you're saying. So you're clearly making this effort. It's like having the 2 chicks from the Today Show host Monday Night Raw. It's just out of left field. And then everyone's going to eventually shit on it because they're like, that was so weird. What was that about? Like you're going to be the Steve Buscemi, hey there, fellow kids meme of this era you're trying to talk about. It's just an out of left field decision to me.
Yeah, it is. I'm just I'm trying to read what audience is saying about the show right now. Yeah, the show hasn't focused on his sexuality yet, or either yet. It might. When it does, I'm going to tell you guys. all of these things to talk. Remember how we talk about on this channel, SJW Entertainment is just corporate entertainment. It's all of these corporate entities trying to piece together what they think is this Frankenstein's monster, this hodgepodge of identity politics, social, progressive, all like this. They want to put all this positive spin politically into one of these things, and it makes no sense to promote or make a show or talk about it in this way. It doesn't help any groups to make it like this, and it doesn't hurt any groups to ignore that part of a character. I don't need to know every character's sexuality. If it's important, like James Bond, that's important. I don't really care if John Wick visits prostitutes or never sleeps with another woman again because he's distraught over the death of his wife. It shouldn't be in the story. It's one of these things, kind of like the new Rugrats show, making Betty DeVille this and that. It's like, you're putting all these like sexual identifiers on a show that's about talking babies. Like, can we stop making entertainment about these things that it's not about?
I didn't realize I did that. That makes me really not want to watch it now.
Well, it's just, and again, to take it a step back a second, they made those decisions to sell the thing. They don't care about that. You know, to try and make Loki about, Marvel's not doing it to make the world a better place. They're doing it because they think people are going to spend money on Disney Plus and watch the show. That's why they're doing that. So that's the other side of that is it's so corporate because they think it's a selling point. That's it.
Yeah, and the fact that they showed it in the first episode, even if it's just a thing, and even if they didn't say it, and it's just, you know, a very clear thing on a piece of paper that they showed, it's still something they're going to talk about in the show at some point. This is going to happen.
I don't have much hope for Loki. I don't have much interest to continue watching this show. It doesn't make for a better show here, or it doesn't make me sound cooler to be disappointed every week. I want to watch one of these shows and go, this is fucking awesome. Like, go back and listen to me talk about the opening of Captain America and Winter Soldier Falcon. I thought the first episode
you were all about it. And even I was like, okay, I might watch it. And then you get to the end episode and you were just really disappointed. I'm just like, yep, I'm not going to watch it.
I'm tired of getting honey-dicked by comic books. I've dedicated my life to making this shit. I'm tired of it being garbage.
As you should be, man. It's just so disheartening because it's like, because people want to laud this shit, and it's like if they really cared, they would go hard. They wouldn't be, teasing it and making it small, minute details of a character. They would go hard on it. But this, making them dabble in the other shit just because it's topical is disingenuous. Because they're not going to support it when it's not popular. When it's not popular, they're not going to make these characters this way or write them with these weird, out of left field decisions based on sexuality when they're supposed to be focusing on taking over the world. Like, it's just strange. And it doesn't sell. You're spending all this money on this stuff, and the people are not snatching it up or buying it.
Speaking of comics, if the folks in the chat are really, really tired of these comics and the way they've been done and all this gender neutral whatever stuff and pushing with this agenda, make sure you get your copy of Stealing Solo out now in Indiegogo.
Huh. There you go. I dropped the link. That's actually a perfect time, Nick.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, if you're tired of that shit and you want a really good comic to read about us, get your copy of Stealing Solo.
Highly entertaining.
So I'm gonna give Loki more time. If it doesn't get better, this is one show I could abandon. Like, honestly, that's how little I'm excited by it. I'd say do the one season thing and see how it goes. Nick, if I hate this, I'm gonna blame you forever.
Yeah, I would. Really his fault. Okay.
I'm merely making a suggestion. Jeez. He doesn't have to do anything.
No, it sounded like it was more of you were trying to tell him what he has to do with his time.
He can do whatever he wants at this time. I'm just saying
as long as he invests enough of it to get through the whole season of Loki is what you just said.
Yeah, that's a suggestion. He doesn't have to do anything, I say. Yeah, he's an adult. He can make his own decisions.
Jeff, I would never tell you to do that.
Over me, and I'm right here.
Guys, you know that I'm here still, right?
Apparently, Ken is very protective of you right now.
Well, I don't want him to have to sit through Loki if it's crap. You do, apparently.
You're like that in the Appalachian Mountains, man.
I'm not from. He's from the Appalachian Mountains. I'm not.
That's kind of true.
That kind of no, it is true.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Exactly.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah, let's see what the audience has been saying about some topics as well as Loki. Folks, keep hitting that thumbs up button. Let us know that you like the show. It helps us with the algorithm. Now, our friend Dixon Sider says, "Hey Dion, you know the horse mask clip Jeff has? I can make that noise. I'll make sure to do it for you at Horror Hound."
Awesome. Refresh his mind.
No,
You sure?
I'm very sure. Oh God.
No, don't worry.
Oh, dude, that was like a just the tip type thing.
You're gonna get honey dick.
It teased him.
Speaking.
I cannot look at that.
So Dixon Sider talking about horse masks and stuff. I have a mask I purchased the other day, guys. Would you like to see it? I'm gonna have to step away for a second, but I wasn't sober and I made a very inebriated purchase. Now I
Wait, hold on. You were so drunk you bought a horse mask?
I bought a mask. It's not a horse mask.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get it. You guys talk
Yeah, you're
amongst
gonna have to do it now.
Yeah. Go.
All
The
right,
horse
you guys
is out of
talk
the barn
amongst-
now.
I'll be back in a
We're just gonna have to take care of that one.
Ken.
So we're just gonna keep going on with the horse thing. The only movie about horses that I'm okay with is Tombstone, and then that animated movie Spirit. That's it. That's where it
Oh
ends.
God.
What about
By
all
the
the
way-
pretty horses
Fuck no.
or Black Beauty?
Oh God.
I hate that movie.
What about?
By the way,
Warhol?
ladies and gentlemen, we will be at Horror Hound in Cincinnati, September 10th through the 12th.
Yes,
Come see us. Come say hi.
yes.
Come torture Dion in person
I'm not okay with this.
for $20.
No one's asking you to be okay with it.
Okay, okay, 25. There you go. You happy now?
25.50.
25.50.
It's our
Okay.
final offer.
As long as I get half the proceeds.
Sure.
Administrative costs.
They're gonna be given to you in alcohol form. There you go.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll get them slowly
yeah.
in cans of beer.
I can live with that.
All right.
He's still getting that goddamn horse mask.
I don't think it's
Well, he
horse.
said it wasn't just a mask, so I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck is that all about. You know, we over here having good horse movie moments. You know, talking about some good shit, and he's just gone getting horse masks. What the fuck is this about? The Doc Holliday and me is not okay with this.
The Doc
Oh,
Holliday.
it's horse.
Ah!
Oh my god!
What the hell?
Is that Carl
There's a
Weathers?
fucking Carl Weathers mask.
Oh my God!
That is insane.
Is it Apollo Creed?
It says Rocky. It says Rocky.
Dude.
It's an Apollo Creed mask.
Oh my God!
This is some fucking Hills Has Eyes shit. Yep, there we go. Yep, Hills Have Eyes. This is
All right, now
fucked up
do the
shit.
part. Now do what he looked like after fighting Dolph Lundgren.
Oh hell no.
Oh my God!
This is some motherfucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit.
Yeah, that kind of was a little bit, wasn't it? It was like he was.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's Apollo Creed, dude.
But it looked like you were actually wearing his face. That's why.
You murdered fucking Carl Weathers, and you're wearing his face on the internet.
I mean,
You
it's an
psycho.
amazingly detailed and well done mask. I'll give you that.
The reason I bought it is because it was like $27. I was like, that seems like a good idea for $27.
I gotta fucking get another drink after that shit.
I
My man bought you. It's because it's $27. The fucking laws of gravity and space and time would have ripped apart if I walked away from this fucking human-like Carl Weathers Apollo Creed fucking mask.
Dude, before you step away, I'll tell you this story. I was in high school and I went out as Indiana Jones for Halloween, and I found a Harrison Ford mask on clearance at the store. They just had one. I bought it. It was so tight to my face when I went out in public, people thought it was my skin.
That's insane.
Well, that mask looked like you were actually wearing his face on your face.
That's some Hills Have Eyes shit. I fucking
why do you think it took him so long to put the so-called quote-unquote mask on? He had to cut it off first.
Yeah. Have you seen Carl Weathers and Buffalo Jeff in the same room together?
That's a good question. That's a good
No,
question.
but I've seen Face Off, and it works just like that.
He took his face. Oh.
How the fuck did his wife not recognize that he had a different body?
I think you were supposed to suspend some disbelief there for a little while, Jeff, and just kayfabe the HJ there.
Yeah, your pudgy husband who happens to look like the dude from Pulp Fiction came back with a fucking six-pack. Something's awry.
Oh God.
Should I just wear this on the show?
Kind of muffled your voice a little bit.
Yeah, I'm about to say
you
sound like Zeke the plumber now from fucking Salute Your Shorts.
I look like Zeke the plumber.
You look like you fucking murdered Zeke the plumber.
No,
Leon, be careful. You might be next.
Oh shit!
Clearly, you have a propensity for chocolate layered skin.
I mean, if we could theoretically tie him down to where he can't move and then make a plaster cast of his face.
You look like you're gonna make Jessica Biel pull a fucking 44 out of her gooch and blow her own brains out. You're that villain. You're that villain with that mask on. Holy shit!
Oh God!
Yes, I am, yeah.
And see, now you didn't have to do all that.
Well, back to the audience. Bomb Shoes, thank you very much. He says, Buffalo Jeff's superpower would be to throw his voice so he could whisper in your ear regardless of distance.
Nope. I love Skyrim, but Jeff cannot have the throw voice. I'll tell you that right the fuck.
Oh, that'd be some shit.
Yeah,
You're going to take it down to the knee.
Dion wouldn't survive this year if that was the case, because he'd just be walking down the street and constantly hearing Buffalo Jeff in his ear. He'd end up walking in front of a truck.
It'll be like The Happening.
I always think of this episode of Tales from the Crypt. It's a great one. It's got Sam Kinison and Katie Seagal in it. And there's another man who kills Katie Seagal, and Sam Kinison is the voice of his consciousness. And he thinks that he's hearing Sam Kinison's voice, so he ultimately stabs himself in the eardrum, so he goes deaf, but he still hears the voice. It's in his head the whole time. That's Dion. You'll never escape me. You're asleep. You're having a great time with your family, life events, a promotion at work.
Hey, Dion, congratulations.
No, God damn.
Oh, God.
Fuck that.
Folks, if you want to make this Buffalo Jeff movie happen, subscribe to our Patreon.
If you want to make the Buffalo Jeff movie happen, just send me all your loose chicken skin, and I will make it.
Oh, jeez.
That's
okay.
Doug Keller, thank you very much. He says, Beverly Hills Gooch, the Gooch Father, a few Gooches more, Gooch in Black, Goochlander.
A fistful of Gooch.
Yeah. We don't get enough Zoolander parodies here on the channel. So, Doug, I want to thank you for starting it. Folks, bring us Zoolander every once in a while. It's fun to laugh.
I'm not a fan of that movie.
I have not seen the second one, so I don't know.
I haven't watched the second one either because I didn't like the first one.
I'm not really a Zoolander
It's the same
fan.
look. Am I on crazy pills?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Wolf's Pain, thank you very much for your generous super chat. Remember Elastigirl? Remember how great of a character she was as a mom and a superhero? Amelia may have wanted to take notes from Brad Bird. But then again, he's a man. Doesn't help. She was not.
Seriously.
Now, Wolf's Pain, I'm going to address this for a moment. I actually took a picture of your super chat earlier when it came in because I think this is a really interesting topic. A point to make. You had, for decades and decades and decades, excellent characters, male, female, everybody in between. I don't understand what good Amelia Clark thinks she's doing by creating a functionally stupid superhero. Elastigirl was awesome. She was cool. She was a great mom. She dedicated to her family. Like the Incredibles was the best superhero, the best version of the Fantastic Four we have or will ever get. And people forget just because things have been done, they're like, well, we need to make everyone this and that. Look, if you're gonna make a character, it doesn't need to be like Faith or whatever this lady is, Mandy. It can be a traditional whatever, or you can just make the ones that are there awesome. I've never heard anybody bitch about Storm from the X-Men. Give her another title. Put that shit out there.
With all the money Amelia Clark had, she could have bought like a minor female Marvel character and built her up, or made her own comic books out of her or some shit. Like,
or maybe she doesn't even need to make a fucking comic book, and she should just make TV shows and movies and Star Wars and all this other bullshit.
Or maybe she could just show her gooch on OnlyFans or something. I don't know.
I would sign up for that.
Yeah, why not?
A famous gooch, yeah.
Yep.
Dion, how much would you pay for that a month?
A famous gooch?
Amelia Clark's on OnlyFans.
I'd pay $10 for that a month.
Yeah,
Kendo?
that seems fair. Yeah.
Oh, Nick, okay, that's fair to you.
Yeah, that's fair. $10. But here's the thing, though: $10. None of this extra. Buy this longer video for 25 bullshit. Like $10 and that's it.
Right.
Don't give me this.
Right.
Don't honey dick us with other bullshit.
Streaming service of your gooch.
Yeah, that's it. I'll show for the live streams. I'll tip you like $2, and then that's it. That's as far as I go.
Occasionally do some butt stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
I would sign up just to see what everything looks like and then quit, like almost instantly. I'm like, all right, I've seen it. That's what I wanted.
I can see you. Like, that's one of those like, hey, okay, here's my month, and I got 30 days to enjoy this, and I'm 31. I'm on to something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
Just like Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
All right. You sound more like the guy from the fucking end of was it CSI when Caruso?
No, that's the opening. Yeah, the beginning. Yeah.
Every
Looks
time
like
every time he takes his glasses off, puts them on, and has a one-liner.
Yeah.
Looks like she ran out of time.
Fucking Horatio Kane every goddamn time.
Every goddamn time. Looks like the cock came home to roost. Yeah.
Now I just want to badly do a parody of one of those episodes starring us.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that's a skit right there. That's a perfect sketch. Just another CSI Miami. Looks like the full moon arose. Yeah, but you have to do sayings that are slightly off. Like, looks like he bet his hedge.
Yeah. We'll just have to come up with a way more podunk out of the way city than Miami. We got to.
No, I got it.
CSI Fort Wayne.
No. CSI Appalachia.
CSI Jacksonville.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Cedar Rapids or something like that, but that was
Oh my god!
All right,
looks like the tide.
Let's book it. But to the Elastigirl point, Wolf's Pain, you kind of got it there. Like, as a mom superhero, we don't want a traditional mom. We want something a little more modern and edgy. It's like, okay, well, what is that gonna do for the story? I don't know.
Not only that, it dates it. So whatever you're doing, Elastigirl, the Avengers, the Incredibles were made in 2004. They came out in 2004, and it's fucking been super popular for the last 18 years because it was a character that everyone can digest. It's a character that people from different generations go like, yeah, that's a good female character. You doing this weird thing, that's gonna date it. No one 10 years from now is gonna look back at that and say that was groundbreaking. They're gonna say, oh, that was just a way that they talked about shit popularly in 2020, 2021. It's just such a dated choice.
It is. Albatross, thank you very much. He says, you don't even need to remake the Munsters. We already have Hotel Transylvania.
Right.
Yeah. But you know, it's not 70s enough, and it's not white trash enough, and that's the problem. You know, doesn't have those key elements in it that clearly everybody fucking wants, and that's the problem.
No, Chuck 247 very much says, "Hola, Jeff. Can you address the Tolkien Society going full woke? Have you guys been hearing about rumblings of Lord of the Rings stuff in the news lately?"
Yeah.
No, because I just don't care.
So
it seems like every new VOD service that's having a new show has to be woke in some way, and I just don't care anymore.
Well, this isn't even, I don't even know specifically which one we're talking about, because there's been about 4 Lord of the Rings topics this week. There's this new animated movie, The War of the Rohirrim, or however you pronounce it. Sorry. Fuck it. I don't know. I've seen the movies once. That's how I'm going to fucking, let's have a stroke. I'll become Harry Care. Anyway, they're going to have an animated feature coming up. It's an anime. So it's going to be a prequel to the original Lord of the Rings. So I don't know if I don't think that's woke at all, because it's just a Japanese director. That means nothing. But if you're talking about the nudity one, yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know if that's full woke. So I've heard a bunch of Lord of the Rings topics. So the one that we discussed on the High Council was they wanted to put nudity in Lord of the Rings to make it more like Game of Thrones, which from a business standpoint, I get, but it's stupid because Lord of the Rings is one of those stories that doesn't really need it. You don't want to put that in a Star Wars movie either. It's just kind of off-brand. So
yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about, Chime 247? Because I'm trying to get a little more context. And by the way, we're getting all these different places for CSI. Folks, give us all your CSI titles. This fucking show, man.
CSI, Playboy Mansion, The Grotto.
I have a button for next week.
Yeah. That one's a little too cool, though.
And that's what
I mean,
that's
what so they're not really doing much.
It needs to be like CSI Bemidji or something like that. Some tiny ass town where no crime ever really happens that they would require a fucking CSI unit.
CSI West Newbury.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Is John Cena gonna be in this one? Can we actually see him?
He's the crime. He's the crime. Why can't we see him?
Yeah.
Because he's in China. That's why.
Looks like we can smell him. Yeah. It's a see him, Dave. That's what I said.
Dion, I had it pulled up for you perfectly. Dion, say something cool.
Something cool. Yep.
Nick, say something cool.
Avocado toast. Oh god.
Kendo.
It's almost like we're gonna get to hear Roger Daltrey scream.
You will be the full one.
Oh. See, that was a little too meta.
Yeah. I liked it though. It was good.
Who left the fridge open?
It's more like, what we have here is a crime, but the question is, who did it?
All right.
Watch the Who's album sales spike overnight because of this.
That's perfect.
You're welcome, Pete. You're welcome. Doug Keller says, Gooch fiction, a clockwork gooch, full metal gooch, gooch wide shut, gooch of thunder, the last gooch scout.
Yeah.
I can get behind the last gooch scout.
Gooch, the professional.
Yes, folks, I will make that a button for next week. All right, the CSI button. Yeah.
Gooch, it's what's for dinner.
Ooh. Do you remember those old beef? It's what's for dinner ads? Those were so epic.
Yep.
Yes,
they were funny. They were funny.
Yes. Hence why I told Nick he was making Robert Mitchum's ghost cry.
So we got a little more clarification on the super chat from our friend Chime247. He says the Tolkien Society website, Tolkien and Diversity. Okay, so let me go to the website. Oh, here we go. Seminar speaker announced Tolkien and Diversity. Here we go. We are pleased. Let me pull up an image for Lord of the Rings. Right. What's a good Lord of the Rings image? There we go. So I don't know if you guys have heard this, but I can announce this story live on air. It's official. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Kesha is going to be doing the next Lord of the Rings soundtrack. So here's an image of it.
Wait,
what does this even mean?
I'm a clock.
Okay.
That's got to be a joke, right?
I'm sure
there's going to be songs featuring the Catch Me Outside girl.
I mean,
wow,
that's almost as funny as saying Cardi B is going to be the host of SummerSlam, except that's actually happening.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Nope. Now
I shouldn't. No, it's Vince. No, it's fine. No, he's.
The question is, which wrestlers is she going to drug?
Whoa.
So the messed up part is I plan on going.
Oh,
you poor bastard.
Damn it.
Why wouldn't I want to go? It's in fucking Las Vegas.
Right.
I mean, that part is a draw. The idea of going to Vegas. The SummerSlam parts where you're just kind of like,
well, they're trying to make up for WrestleMania, and I'm gonna go.
You're still going to get like 2 hours of Shayna Baszler running around scared of fucking Alexa Bliss's doll.
Dude, I will be beyond fucked up for the show. But
that's the only way to watch it.
Here nor there. So, back to the Lord of the Rings. We are pleased to announce the 16 speakers who will be presenting their papers at the Tolkien Society Seminar 2021, which will be held online. The theme is Tolkien and Diversity, and is free to anyone to attend. Theme. While interest in the topic of diversity has steadily grown within Tolkien research, it is now receiving more critical attention than ever before, spurred by the recent interpretation of Tolkien's creation and the cast list of the upcoming Amazon show Lord of the Rings. It is crucial we discuss the theme of diversity in relation to Tolkien. How do adaptations of Tolkien's work from film and art open a discourse on diversity within Tolkien's works and his place within modern society? Beyond his secondary world, diversity further encompasses Tolkien's readership and how the text exists within the primary world. Who is reading Tolkien? How is he understood around the globe? How are these new readings enriching current perspectives on Tolkien? Representation is now more important than ever, and Tolkien's efforts to represent or ignore particular characteristics require further examination. Additionally, how a character's identity shapes and influences a place within Tolkien's secondary world still requires greater attention. The seminar aims to explore the many possibilities of applications of diversity within Tolkien's works, his adaptations, and his readership. That was bullshit to read. Any thoughts?
It's free to attend, but I still want my money back.
I mean, there are parts of the description that don't sound bad, but it's when they're talking about trying to implicate that was his intention. It's just that's where it makes you roll your fucking eyes, man. It's like there are ways to interpret someone's work, but if you're focusing on something that wasn't a thought process necessarily, it's just fucking disingenuous wheel spinning.
I feel like if me, Dion, and Jeff go, we're gonna get a lot of phone numbers. That's what I feel like.
I mean, yeah. We're getting at least a handy in the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Hey
yeah.
Dion, what do you think of this CSI title recommended by the audience? I mean, nice. CSI East Lansing would make like $8.
Hey man, you get a 800. There's some people that'd be stupid enough to buy it. They're talking about us. Like, yeah, we get it, Greg.
Oh god.
Monkey Jeebus, CSI Legoland. I like it.
Looks like the blocks came apart.
Womp.
Yeah.
Now, some of these titles for Lord of the Rings, projecting Indian myths, culture, and history onto Tolkien's worlds.
I mean, that doesn't sound terrible. It's just when it's based on shit that it's just isn't applicable. Is what's so frustrating about it.
Here's one: the problematic perimeters of Elrond, half Elven, and the Roland English Catholic. What?
What?
Oh my God! Oh, these are. I'm going to just say this. This guy is lucky to be dead that he doesn't have to hear this bullshit.
Seriously.
I wrote. Put it like this. If in 50, 60, 70 years people are talking about anything I've ever written and they want to talk about it in this context, I will come back from the fucking grave and eat every one of you alive. Never do this shit. Don't do it to Tolkien. Don't do it to John Carpenter. Don't do it to anybody. Stop trying to read into shit. Look, folks, the people that write this shit, that want to talk about this shit, good for you. Those people don't give a shit. You're not going to get away with this. This is not going to fucking work. Oh, the Tolkien Society had a diversity summit. Of course, we have to accept the Amazon TV show. No, fuck this. It's all about money. That show's dead on arrival. Lord of the Rings was never my cup of tea. It was a huge deal. It came and it went. It makes its money. It's got the fan base. People love it. That's why I can make $1 billion on Blu-ray all the time. Peter Jackson did it right the first time. But guess what? It's fucking over. It's fucking done. Like Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings kind of had it perfect for a while. Then they wanted to add more shit onto it. And now it's like Star Wars. I love a nice deluge of commercialism. I love to go out and be like, hey, I can buy toys of everything I fucking like. If I want to buy the Ghostbusters in 2021, I can. It's cool. I like that part of it. But there's a line you need to draw with when you're trying to continually adapt and make new parts of the world. The dude is dead. Nobody else has the rights to make shit in that world in the first place. It's his little creation. That's his epic creation, and that's it. There's nobody else. You see what happens when people play with George Lucas's toys. Fuck, George Lucas didn't even do it right the second time. But I digress. Yeah. My point is,
what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
You see what happens, Larry. I mean, you should go to the In-N-Out Burger. There's some good burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are actually really good.
Now, tonight, folks, we're going to be playing a game. Let me pull this image up because Kendo has been waiting to play this on the stream. We're not playing it right this minute, Kendo, but I'm going to let the audience look at this. We've been wanting to play the best burger bracket for a while. just for something different and fun on the channel. People want fun. People want this and that.
They want us to bitch at each other.
Yeah. But you should all listen to the stunning and brave Paisley Hidalgo. We're only at 425 likes. Get to 1,000. Yeah. What? It takes a second. CSI Bikini Bottom. I liked that.
Oh, well.
That one could get just a little wet.
Yeah! I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that, next month at the wedding, we're just going to be constant. We'll be sitting there, like everybody will be like eating. It'll be nice and quiet. We'll be making fucking CSI puns and Dion will just be screaming.
Hell yeah.
I'll be in the middle of the best man speech. Yeah.
I really was.
No, bitch.
Sorry, brother. Now,
like I said before, Loudy invited us for a reason, and we know what the reason is.
Oh yeah,
to never see us again,
to scare the straights.
Hey, SH Rebels 08, here you go, Dion. I'm sorry.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
Hello, Dion. Me, the horse.
There you go. Thank you, SH Rebels 08. Doug Keller, thank you very much. He is back with the Gooch. I love you, Gooch. Kingsman, the secret Gooch. The great Gooch detective. Singing singing in the Gooch.
Yes. Back
Gooch
to the Gooch.
Gooch Finger, the man with the golden Gooch.
Good one.
And then finally, for a moment, and we'll be back in just a second, folks, Demi Moore's Tapeworm. Hello from below. Wanted to pop my head out and say howdy and ask Dion why in God's holy name is he excited for West Side Story? God, man, why?
Sometimes I just like a little sassy shit.
Hey, there's not. Hey, I watched that movie. I watch a movie a lot too. Don't worry, it's a good movie.
Wrong!
At least it keeps you honest.
Hey man,
That's fine.
I like. I like what I like. Okay.
Yeah, like avocado toast.
Now that there's bacon on it.
Yeah.
Hey, we all we all we all have those things we love, so it's fine.
Oh, here we go. Beetle Gooch.
Yep.
Say it 3 times.
Wait, hold on. You say it 3 times. What actually happens though? That's the question.
Your taint sure
Michael Keaton comes out of your gooch.
Showtime. Like, what the fuck, man? Jonathan White is Carl's Jr. a part of Hardy's? They're one and the same, sir.
Yeah,
they
one
are.
and the same.
Out west,
Carl...
it's Carl's Jr. About where I live to the east, it's all Hardy's. Same stuff.
Yep.
Hardy's used to be different though until Carl's Jr. bought it.
Now, folks, we wanted to do this. That's right. We wanted to do this tonight because it's a little different, a little fun. Kendo's been very patient. So, Kendo, why don't you introduce us to this burger bracket / what we're going to do?
All right. So this burger bracket right here, as you can see in front of your faces, something I found online. It intrigued me because now that I've had In-N-Out Burger, I can claim to have had all of these. So now I got a fair shake and I can actually vote on it and, do it honestly. And I know I'm fairly certain the other guys have had all these as well. So we can definitely have a good time. So what we'll do is we each have our own favorites and things like that, and we can just go from round to round. I've got my paper here and keep track of who wins, and we each get a vote. The winner goes through. If it's a tie, goes to the audience.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's start. So
All right,
first, Shake Shack versus Dairy Queen. I vote Shake Shack. Kendo?
I also vote Shake Shack.
Nick?
Shake Shack.
Dion?
Shake Shack.
All right,
Good
so
man.
Shake Shack goes through.
All right. Next up, we have Carl's Jr. versus McDonald's. I'll go McDonald's because I've only eaten at Carl's Jr. twice.
I go Carl's Jr. The few times I've been in there, McDonald's is a staple. But if we're talking the best quality wise, it's definitely not McDonald's.
Yeah,
Nick.
Carl's Jr. I can't give McDonald's this one. Fuck McDonald's.
Nope, Carl's Jr.
Kendo.
all the way.
All right. Next round, In-N-Out versus White Castle. I'm going White Castle.
I love White Castle, so definitely a White Castle.
Nick?
Damn, man. I gotta go In-N-Out. Gotta go In-N-Out. I do love White Castle. It's good when you're drunk and you need something to eat, but I don't know, In-N-Out just tastes better.
Well, it's a shame that number 1 seed went down. White Castle.
Yeah! I need the fucking button.
I had
So
In-N-Out
next
once,
one-
and it was very good. But there's something magical about fucking White Castle. They didn't make a movie called Harold Kumar Go to In-N-Out Burger.
No.
Well, I guess I need to make it then. My black ass at In-N-Out Burger. Okay, it's gonna happen.
We're a very religious organization, Nick. I don't know if they'll allow profanity.
Actually, no. Do you know about that? Have you looked at the bottom of the on the bottom of the fry thing, of the French fries?
Yes, I live around the corner from one.
It's weird, isn't it? It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Up next is White Castle. Sorry, Whataburger versus Checkers. I'm gonna go with Checkers because I used to work there and they have a great friend. Wow, it's best burger. Yeah, I'm still gonna go there. The Big Buford was pretty good. Dion. No, Nick, you go.
Oh, what a burger.
Dion.
Oh man, there's so many to choose from to be on there. It's just tough to pick one.
Over Checkers and Whataburger?
Oh, I'm still thinking on the last thing. Checkers.
Yay. At least somebody voted.
Yeah, Whataburger. So we got a tie.
Well, let the audience help. Folks, vote. We will come back in just a moment.
Yep. We'll go to the other side of the bracket.
So up next we have Five Guys versus Buttfuckers. I mean Fuddruckers.
Called Pudsuckers.
I'll go with Fuddruckers because to be contrarian. Dion.
What are the choices again?
Fuddruckers or Five Guys.
Oh fuck! I love Five Guys. I've only been to Fuddruckers a couple times, but their burger is fucking phenomenal. I gotta stick with Five Guys.
Nick.
Five Guys.
Kendo.
It's a tough choice, though, dude.
It's really tough. I mean, Fuddruckers is good, and it costs less than Five Guys. But if you with the Five Guys, something. Nah, fuck that. Fuddruckers. We have a tie. Fuck them and overpriced shit.
All right, folks. We need you to also vote on Fuddruckers and Five Guys. So while you do that, let's see what the results were for Checkers and Whataburger. I got Whataburger. Let's see. Five Guys, no clue. Five Guys. Okay, it looks like Five Guys won big time. They beat Fuddruckers. And then in terms of Checkers versus Whataburger, I don't see anything for Checkers. Whataburger wins. Okay, folks, you guys voted on Whataburger. Now moving on to the next round, Burger King versus Culver's. I'll be quick, Culver's. Burger King sucks.
Culver's for sure.
Yeah, Culver's.
Yep, Culver's.
All right, Wendy's and Steak and Shake. I'll go Wendy's.
Wendy's for sure.
Wendy's.
Damn, domination. And finally, Sonic versus Jack in the Box. I didn't grow up with either of these places, so I'm gonna go Sonic.
I wasn't. I didn't have Sonic until I was an adult, and it's better than fucking Jack in the Box Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic because I kind of grew up with it.
It's fine. I'll be on Jack in the Box Island by myself, but Sonic goes through.
There we go.
So we got Shake Shack versus Carl's Jr.
Shake Shack for me.
Ooh, when we finally had Shake Shack, it was dope as fuck. I gotta go Shake Shack.
Yeah, Shake Shack, definitely.
I'm on Carl's Jr. Lonely Island here, so Shake Shack goes through.
And then what's next, Kendo? In-N-Out
White Castle versus Whataburger.
Ooh.
I'll go White Castle again.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go White Castle. I'll go White Castle.
Those chicken burgers are phenomenal.
Well, I'm on Lonely Island with Whataburger, so White Castle goes through.
Yes. Deep down, I want White Castle to win it all.
See, I don't mind that either because I do like White Castle.
I wouldn't mind that either. That's fine, man. That's fine.
That's something I'm going to do when I get to Cincinnati. Eat White Castle because we don't have them out here.
Oh, that's depressing as fuck.
Dude, I got one across the street from where I work. It is heaven.
Well, if you want to mail me White Castle, I'll mail you In-N-Out Burger.
All right.
And what's next, Kento?
Five Guys versus Culver's.
I'll go Five Guys.
Yeah, five guys.
Oh, fuck. I gotta go with Culver's.
That's okay, Dion. I also got to go with Culver's. I don't want Five Guys in my mouth. So we got a tie. Five Guys and Culver's is a tie.
Well, okay. So the audience has already chimed in. We got Five Guys, Culver's. Five Guys. Okay. Oh, 2 for Culver's and a bunch of Five Guys. So it looks like the audience is voting Five Guys. That's the tiebreaker.
Right.
Somebody said Five Guys for their hot dogs. Okay, sure.
Their hot dogs actually aren't bad.
What's the final round, Kendo, for this part of the bracket?
Wendy's, motherfucker, and Sonic.
Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's.
All right.
Okay, so we got the final 4. Shake Shack versus White Castle. A statement I never thought I would say.
I'll go White Castle. Dion's dying over here. Dion, how you doing, buddy?
What? I'm good.
Okay, man. Okay.
Would you rather have Shake Shack or White Castle, Dion?
Ooh. White Castle.
Kendo, you go.
Well, fuck you, Shake Shack. White Castle goes through.
Oh, I was gonna go White Castle anyway.
White Castle advances to the final.
Oh, it's getting real now. It's getting real.
All right, what else is next? What are our other two?
Five Guys is about to take on Wendy.
No, Wendy is going to take on Five Guys and get my
it's a
vote.
very Piper Perry situation.
Oh God. Shit. I'll go Wendy's.
I think I gotta go with Wendy's too.
Kendo?
Oh, I'm writing down Wendy's because I'm voting Wendy's as well.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now it's Wendy's versus White Castle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'll go White Castle.
This is a real slobber knocker now.
I think I gotta go Wendy's, man.
Yeah, I gotta go Wendy's as well.
Wendy's is the winner.
Oh shit!
God.
Oh shit, son.
That's crazy.
Now, independent of that clearly well thought out and involved research, if you guys were to fill this out on your own, who would you individually have made it to your championship and winner? Because I did this the other day and I had mine picked out. So I'm just kind of curious as what each person would have gone with.
Oh, I'll speed round it. Of the first two, Shake Shack, Dairy Queen, I would have went Shake Shack. Then I would have went between Carl's Jr. and McDonald's. I would have done the White Castle, whatever. But I think ultimately I might have voted Shake Shack as the winner by myself because when you sent this last week, I had just been to Shake Shack. And man, when you get one of their burgers fresh,
they are good. They're very good. Nick?
I want to go there now.
I would have probably Five Guys would have probably won for me in all honesty. I probably would have done it because there's one near my place and I go like once a week and get their bacon cheeseburger and their fries and I fucking love it. It's so good.
Gotcha. I had Whataburger win in the whole thing. It's simplistic and I just have always liked it. I've never craved a hamburger for 20 something years. And then I had a Whataburger 20 years ago and I was desperate for one until, I saw a Whataburger in Jackson, Mississippi. And when I traveled out of town, the first thing I saw when I got off the plane in Dallas Love Field was a Whataburger. That's what I had for breakfast.
Perry White says IHOP is my wild card. It's an excellently odd choice.
Wait, like okay, like IHOP is their burgers? Like are their burgers like exceptionally good? Is that why? That's kind of weird, but
Dion orders a burger at IHOP every time we go.
He does.
So strange.
Dion, who would have been your winner in that bracket?
I mean, it's hard to go against Wendy's and then Culver's were a good one for me.
Oh yeah, dude. My final four, I think, was Wendy's, Culver's, Carl's Jr., and Whataburger. So
nice.
Yeah, we should do chicken next.
Yeah, we should.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
Speaking of next, the next Aquaman film has a title. Would you guys like to guess what it is? Give me your most absurd titles.
Aquaman 2, he's still all wet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Aquaman 2, now with one less finger.
Aquaman 2, Amber Heard's still a part of this.
Oh, God.
Anyway, the official title of Aquaman 2
Aquaman 2, Brown Sheets.
Oh! Well, it makes Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom sound a little anemic by comparison.
The Lost Kingdom? What is this, a Jurassic Park movie?
Oh, no, there are skid marks.
Isn't that Jurassic Park? Like, it's Fallen Kingdom. Shit. I was like, what a
But
dumb
still, like,
title.
there's kingdom in the word. It makes it sound like a Jurassic Park movie.
Seaman 2 and Swallow.
Dude, they made a terrible mistake. They could have just called him Seaman and fucking Mira could have been known as Swallow.
Dion's out.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's have to get him a really good costume for the next horror hound.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get him to, was it French made, right?
Oh, we could put it to the people.
Well, folks, while Dion's asleep, vote.
Yeah, give us your best inflatable costume.
Get him the inflatable French.
We do have a rule though on the channel. If you guys send the amount, you can pick a costume if you want to, pick it out and send it to us. We'll take it, or if you want to send it the amount, we'll buy it on air. So if that's something you want to do, That's how we got the turkey costume. I said, somebody send us the super chat money for the turkey costume, and we bought it. So that's
some guy literally sent in the amount that we needed to buy it off Amazon. Said buy the turkey costume for Dion. I don't remember who it was, and we did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Breadman Productions, thank you very much. He says, sorry, Doug Keller. I wish they made Daniel Craig Bond movies back in the day with Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, during the 80s they'd be a lot better in that aspect with Timothy Dalton. Yeah, they were fun.
Dalton was a definite missed opportunity in terms of Bond.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody portraying Bond. I thought he did a fantastic job as Bond. He just got one great fucking Bond movie, got one meh Bond movie, and then he was out the door.
Breadman Production says, I can see Buffalo Jeff tying Dion to a chair, Clockwork Orange style, and having him watch Dark Fate and Snyder's DCEU films until he admits he loves it.
I mean, I don't know why you'd want to reward him like that.
Hello, Dion. Wake up. Wake up.
All right, I'll remute him.
At least he's on guard.
So I was reading about Aquaman 2's title. That's how little I care. What do you guys think? Aquaman 2, will it be as big of a hit as the first?
I don't know, man. It's weird. Maybe people will feel weird about Amber Heard being in it and they won't watch it because of that, or they're just into the superhero stuff in general. So it's hard to say. I mean, I don't think it'll make $1 billion. I think it'll get close, but who knows?
Yeah, I think it'll do well, but I don't see it doing the same numbers the first one did, unless all the women come out in droves and the simps that stand by Amber Heard show up in droves as well.
Yeah.
Well, we live in 2021. The world's a broken, crazy place.
Yeah. It seemed like the program ended in 2012, and we're just living on borrowed time now.
Yeah, the Mayans were right. We actually all died, and we're in hell.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I want to be super excited, but Warner Brothers lacks a direction. So instead of getting myself all worked up and excited, I just wait and see what happens. I got to see a trailer, got to see all the other stuff. I enjoyed the first Aquaman very much. I've been very kind to it. That being said, I only watched it the one time. Maybe I'll go see this one. So let's let Dion rest a little more. Let's check in on him. All right. Demi Moore's tapeworm says Indiana Jones in the battle with erectile dysfunction. Poor Indy. Doug Keller says Indiana Jones in the lawn. Get off it. I like that one, Doug. See you later, Wolf's Pain. We'll see ya. Darian217 says Star Trek Deep Space Gooch.
I like that one.
Yeah.
This one breaks my heart a little. Indiana Jones and the Search for Fiber One.
Where's my prunes?
Demi Moore's tapeworm says Indiana Jones in the Battle of Kathleen Kennedy's Temple of Doom. You know, Demi Moore's tapeworm, you'd be perfect for Kathleen Kennedy's Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Take one for the team.
Yeah, buddy. Come on.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much for your super generous super chat. He says, it'd be like making a Battletech movie where there are no aliens. It's just human beings. Buying the big Hollywood movie. They put aliens in from Warhammer 40K and they say it looks cool. Zack Snyder should not touch DBZ.
Zack Snyder shouldn't even touch himself. He's going to screw that up too.
Yeah.
No, he should touch himself. That's the only thing he's qualified to do.
Yeah. He should just stay away from established properties.
Oh, God.
Well, he's a lot like J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, those guys are just the same, and it's fucking horrible how Hollywood keeps giving them shit to do. They keep failing upwards, and it's just bad.
I want Hollywood to adapt something and fuck it up so much and lose a bunch of money. They deserve it. Cesare Japan says Snyder didn't learn from Dragon Ball Evolution. Guess Akira Toriyama gets a refill of his bathtub full of $10,000 yen notes again. I didn't know that's what he got the first time. He deserves it. I mean, the man created some legendary stuff. Pay him if you're going to screw it up. Indiana Jones in the last pack of Depends comes from Devin Horton.
Oh my god.
TLJ Screwjob asks, who hates Buffalo Jeff more, Dion or Mary?
Probably Dion.
Yeah, damn. I thought my snores were bad.
Yeah, he's getting deep into
Bro,
sleep.
Sleep with your head back, not cranked back. Good support on the neck will help.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't have sleep apnea there, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, SH Rebels 08.
It rubs the lotion on the gooch or it gets the hose again, Dion.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's deep in it.
You just gotta
He's
go
gonna
Freddy
fall
style
without
and get
his
into his
wedding.
dream.
That's what's gonna happen.
If you keep doing Buffalo Jeff in his headphones, he's gonna have a bad dream about it. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be an event with all of us if Dion didn't just randomly fall asleep somewhere.
That's true.
And then wake up at 5 in the morning and get dinner with strangers.
yes.
and he was so drunk that he didn't even know about it until you look up his Snapchat and be like, dude, what the hell happened?
That happened.
Those are hours of my life I'll never get back. Those were his words, not mine.
Yeah.
Adam Walford, thank you very much. Adam Walford says, while melting meme is from Loki, the TV series, where you don't make the right choice, the TFA comes to melt you and resets the timeline. Okay. Now I am up on the melting thing. I just didn't know it became a meme. I watched the show last night. I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't go on social media to talk about it. I formulated my thoughts and brought them here on the show. I have some content I'm going to be making for the channel soon, and it will reflect those thoughts.
Now we know, and we're better people for it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of better people, Go Big Boar, Go Home. Thank you very much. He says, Phoebe Waller-Bridge presents Indiana Jones and the racist of the white heart / haters of the feminist arc / patriarchy of doom / temple of the womb / last male gaze / the phantom of the toxic balls.
God, yeah, all those feminist triggering terms. There you go.
Well,
the irony is she's white. It's the part I still don't get.
Yeah.
Jeff's disembodied charred phallus says, when Nick rubbed me with oil, I wish I melted.
Oh.
That's gonna cut you down. That's gonna cut you down 95 minutes there, buddy.
Oh, Dr. Yegas says,
you know what date it is on this coin? 1958. It's been traveling 22 years to get here, and now it's here, and it's either heads or tails, and you have to say, call it.
Is that Anton Chigurh, right? No Country for...
Yeah,
I think so.
Good movie.
Javier Bardem Morgan.
Yeah, we got to get his T-shirt made.
Yeah. By the way, Dr. Yegas, that's a fantastic name.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much. So are they going to show Loki giving birth to Odin's six-legged horse after mating with a horse from Earth? I don't think so.
Oh, God.
That would be,
007 Cloud, thank you very much. The wokeness is the least of Loki's problems. The writing destroys the MCU entirely since there is no free will. It was all predetermined. Yeah, 007 Cloud, and what the fuck is up with these people, these time variance authorities, letting all this terrible stuff happen? Like, if you're going to have an authoritarian level, like, is life not valuable? It adds... Here's the thing. It's like the Riddler says. It's just too many questions. And sometimes simplicity is better.
It's dumb. Like you're introducing this authoritarian regime all of a sudden when things have gone to shit and they've never stepped in and done anything. It's just them backpedaling and trying to prepare for the multiple timelines for Doctor Strange Part 2. That's it.
Yeah. The more shit you cram in there, the more stuff you have to fucking explain. And if you don't do a good job of explaining it, it comes out dumb.
Very dumb. 007 Cloud, thank you. TLJ Screwjob has 2 super chats. He says, to jump on 007 Cloud's point about everything being predetermined, if Uncle Ben hadn't been shot, it would have been We would have been melted by the TVA. It had to be that way. Uncle Ben has to die. Thanos has to snap half the universe away. Norman has to say, I'm something of a scientist myself. What's going to happen is they're going to bring back the Raimi shit. People are going to get excited. The memes are going to take off. And by comparison, people will be very disappointed with Tom Holland. It's going to be funny, folks. You're going to realize how many people really liked those Tobey Maguire movies. Now, how do you guys feel about the predetermined outcomes in movies? I think it makes movies less entertaining. Because like Doc Brown says, I figured what the hell, or the future is whatever you make it. It adds that sense of openness. This everything's the way it's supposed to be is a really stupid mindset.
The whole predetermined thing doesn't make it fun anymore, and it's just a weird way of looking at it. It's a very like cynical way of looking at it, and I don't like it.
Nor do I.
It leaves it too close-ended. Yeah,
too close-ended. Okay. I'm going to show an image on screen, and we're going to talk about this segment. So next week, folks, I'll have a button for the wrestling moment, but now...
shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
And Dion is still asleep.
Is the button involving a certain guitar swinging wrestler?
It can be. I tried to make a Bad News Barrett button today, but I didn't.
I mean, I will never grow tired of seeing Jeff Jarrett fucking El Kabong Beetlejuice.
El Kabong, oh my god.
Nick, you've seen that video, haven't you?
I have, but no, El Kabong is a different thing. It's from a cartoon, right?
Yeah, it's from what's his name? The fucking horse, and he's got the guitar he could hit people with and stuff like that. It's just you refer in wrestling, they refer to blasting people with a guitar as El Kabonging them because of that.
I know, and it's funny that that's a thing because it's from this old like 60s cartoon. I think I love it. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful callback.
Yeah, Quick Draw McGraw. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, Quick Draw McGraw. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I think that's the name of his guitar or something.
Like what's on the screen right here, it's being reported that the business strategy of the WWE is to grow and expand to a full-scale media universe using the Marvel brand as a blueprint.
Oh, god damn it.
This comes following a seemingly still in the midst of a big overhaul from the WWE's president, Nick Khan, which has prompted rumors that the company could be preparing for a sale. Front Office Space is reporting that at first glance, WWE is a wrestling company, but it's really a media/content company with a treasure trove of IPs that appeal to young demos. The report also points out that the aforementioned overhaul of WWE has brought in media executives from outside of the wrestling business to help with this goal. Marvel went from bankrupt comic book company to a box office behemoth in many areas in 25 years, and WWE reportedly sees similar growing potential. Kendo, would you like to start out with why this is a terrible idea?
Well, it's easy to see why this is a terrible idea, because if they try to become more like Marvel and they try to become their own like little media empire, you're going to have a lot of terrible fucking movies starring wrestlers. And it could also cause them to start when they shoot their wrestling shows and things like that, because a lot of the stuff they film is behind closed doors these days. And another thing that's happened is because of COVID and all that other stuff, essentially the house show market has been completely killed. It was already dying. People weren't really going to house shows because they weren't anything special. People were slowly but surely not even going to Raws and SmackDowns anymore. I know this. I've been to a few over the last decade, and they were tarping off a good chunk of the not hard camera side of the arena and pushing everybody over. So then that could just lead to them turning the wrestling shows into just cinematic type bullshit with, lasers and special effects, and essentially what they're doing now, but on a bigger scale. And that would just continue to just drive this thing even further and further off that fucking cliff and that flaming wagon screaming O'Doyle rules.
O'Doyle?
I mean, you're forcing wrestlers to act. I think that itself is going to try to. Good luck with that. That's going to be a feat in itself. I mean, once again, they need to go. I really believe they need to go the horror route, because we've seen wrestlers at these horror conventions and they do pretty well. There's a line for them, and people, there's a good mixing of people there. They had the Fiend, and they could have done something with that, but they chose not to, and they, totally fucked it up. The media company, really, they call themselves a fucking media company. Really, the shows on the network weren't worth it. The movies they did, some like I would say one like 10% of them were good. The other 90% were all trash. I mean, what are they on, like the Marine 14 now or something? Like nobody watches that shit anymore.
Well, because the Miz is the Marine.
Not anymore.
Exactly.
Oh
God.
He got eaten by a zombie.
No. In the Marine, the Miz, his character's dead. He died in Marine 6, I think.
Jesus, it's up to 6. Okay.
I've never even seen the first. You know what? I take it back. You know when we watched the Marine Kendo? Well, you weren't there, but Nick was.
When?
In that strip club in Florida. It was on TV.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have not watched any of the Marine movies. I think the only I know about them and have watched Wrestling with Regret. He reviewed them all, so I watched his reviews.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where like they could have done funny good stuff if they'd really put their minds to it and done funny good stuff, or even once again horror route made a franchise out of it. Done would have garnered some some fans and people to come see these people and give into the whole hype and everything. But no, they didn't do that. Even their network, the shows they had, I think the cartoon one I watched a couple of times, and it had potential, but it fell off real quick. And
WWE.
Yeah, like it had potential. Yeah, it had potential, but like after a while, it just didn't. I don't know. Even the reality stuff on that wasn't fun or funny. It wasn't that good. And they tried doing podcasts as well with the other fucking wrestlers. That didn't work out. That was boring as shit. I don't know, man. Like they to call themselves a media company is really fucking. That's really jerking themselves off. I think that's what that is.
Well, they don't even call themselves wrestling. They stopped calling themselves wrestling 2 decades ago. There's actually as long ago than that's when when Vince was staring down the barrel of going to prison for steroids and things like that. He outed it and said, "We're not wrestling. We're sports entertainment." So they haven't considered themselves.
God, and the thing is that if they want to go Marvel, they have to have good, consistent characters, consistent fucking characters.
Yeah, that's
that
not a thing that exists anymore.
Yeah, that people actually want to be a part of it and want to hear their story, and they can't keep changing them every goddamn fucking week because it didn't work last week. Like, I don't know. This idea, like apparently everybody wants to be Marvel now too. People, we're gonna be Marvel as well. We're inventing 4 fucking superheroes that somehow become friends and make their own universe. So we're gonna do that next week.
Should I make an ironic shared universe in comics?
Yes, you should. Go ahead.
Stupid.
Please do, because like I understand
all the comic books starring us take place in the same universe, but we encounter each other in our own forms from various comics throughout the series.
Oh, jeez. And like I understand Marvel won and they did a good job for 20 movies and 10 years and shit. I get it. I understand it. But the thing is that it's run its course. We're seeing it now. The last 2 shows they've done, nobody's cared about. Even Loki, really nobody cares about. So this idea, I mean, even the DC movies that are coming out, people don't really care about them.
Well, there's a huge difference. Wrestling is not the same. Vince McMahon's biggest problem is that he believed his own hype. There was a point in time where he was self-aware of what he produced. That fucking era of we make mini movies in the ring was Vince on the precipice of insanity.
Yep.
The WWE superstars, wrestlers, whatever you want to say, they don't have the same marketability. They look at whoever came up with this stupid fucking idea, probably sitting around going, we have every wrestler like Marvel has every superhero. Dude, Roman Reigns and
Beaver.
Yeah, but pro wrestlers don't have the same lineage. So it's like Iron Man. Okay, they adapted Iron Man in 2008. Well, the character had been around since 1963, I believe. That's a ton of history. What's wrestling history? Roman Reigns. He's not a tribal chief. He's this, like, wrestling is fake, but it's also like real in a weird way. So what are you trying to sell us? Because you can't start selling comic books because that didn't work. A shared universe, it's called Raw and SmackDown, bro. Just have one roster, share the brand. Don't give us a shared universe.
Yeah.
Like, put your shit together. This is so dumb. Like, I get it. Papa Shango and Kane and The Undertaker and all these things, these elements of supernatural, whatever. But we all understood it was just dudes playing roles. Wrestling was a show, this, that, and the other. What they're trying to do, wrestling has become, or the WWE has become so generic. Like, oh, you can get WWE Candy Crush. You can get WWE branded, whatever. It's so like, oh, you go to the dollar store and it's the WWE. Again, like Star Wars, you used to have a little bit of respect with the brand. When I was a kid, it was a big deal to see WWF merchandise in the store. It's like, oh shit, they got t-shirts, they got action figures, you can get the stuff. It was an event to go pick up the stuff. It was cool. It's now everywhere, and that's fine. You want that as a business. You want to be saturated, but the content they're producing now does not equate, it is not deserving of the widespread saturation they have. They're not creating shit that's good enough to be everywhere. They're saturating the market with garbage, and now people are tired of it. So they're trying to make these big money moves when the fucking ship has sunk. Like the WWE ship started to sink in 2007. I don't know where would you guys say it started to die?
I'd say around that time, because even I noticed the difference as well when my cousins would watch it, where they would just start talking more and more and more and more, and it was no longer like they were wrestling. It seemed like they kept saying, talking shit to each other, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'll see you at the pay-per-view, in a month, and that's where we're gonna fight," and then that's what they were trying to do for a long time, and I just didn't care I cared even less, and I was like, man, this sucks now. This is fucking horrible. They're just saving everything for the main events. You got to pay out of pocket for this shit, and they want to make some money out of it. They don't care about the quality anymore.
Started before then.
Okay.
It started in
2000.
I would say it started in 2001 when they bought WCW. Because they no longer had any competition. They could do whatever they wanted. And for a few years, they were living still off of that energy and aggression, because that's how you get the ruthless aggression era. So they were still firing on all those cylinders, because all those guys that they brought to the table to have them help them win the war against WCW were still there. And slowly but surely, they all started either retiring or dying or killing their families. And then WWE had to make a change. So the first thing that helped end WWE the way we know it was the ending of the war, WCW going out of business. The second thing, and I hate to say it, this is what it was, but when Benoit ran wild, they had to clean themselves up. They had to do something, because they had to deflect. And that's when the PG era came in. And once that happened, that was pretty much the death knell. It became sanitized as fuck. And that's how we got to where we're at.
Yeah, I understood that part, what they had to do for the Benoit stuff. But if somebody were to say, Jeff, how would you fix wrestling, the WWE in quotations, I would try to get back to what they were in about 2005 or 2006. They weren't as extreme as the Attitude Era, because let's be honest, some of the shit from the Attitude Era wasn't as cool as we remember. There was a lot of dumb shit. There was a lot of great shit, and I like it. It's my favorite era overall. You had some of the best superstars. It was just, we were so fortunate. But there was a weird window where you got matches that were better on average than you get in the Attitude Era, but you still had the violence, you still had the edginess, you still had the sex appeal, and it was still like less. It was just like normal. I feel that was a really perfect blend, because you'd have guys like Cena and Batista and Orton. They were new, they were fresh, they were exciting, but they were able to put on these epic pay-per-view matches when need be, and then you had epic stuff happen. The thing is, you have the best performers overall in terms of athletic ability. You have these people that can do shit you can't even imagine is real, but they're booked so poorly, they're not allowed to perform. Like WrestleMania was a huge event in my eye for this year, because the fucking Cesaro Seth Rollins match and the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match, they were just allowed to wrestle and be what they are, pro wrestlers. But you have so much of this mentality, and what I mean by this mentality is this Marvel mentality. We're not a pro wrestling company, we're an entertainment company. I get it, you're sports entertainment, but you need to be entertaining. Trying to be like superheroes doesn't work, because, Vince says, well, our superheroes are larger than life. Motherfucker, we live in a world where there's a new superhero movie out every month and a new show every week. Hulk Hogan ain't a superhero to anybody. Roman Reigns isn't the modern Hulk Hogan, and he wouldn't be a superhero by today's standards.
He is in certain parts of the world. That's how I go to Facebook jail.
Oh, yeah, you should stop that.
Oh man.
But no, it's completely different. Like I get what you're saying. Roman Reigns is nothing compared to what Hulk Hogan was in the 80s. He's nothing compared to what Shawn Michaels was in the 90s. they weren't as manufactured and as factory created as your Roman Reigns is. Hell, even your Seth Rollins is to an extent. Yeah, he came up through the indie scenes. He was somebody completely different before he got to NXT, but they've fucking ruined him on the main roster too.
They have. I want to love a lot of this stuff, but it's always disappointing. And I had this discussion with you guys and with Jesse and a couple other people. And the discussion is, has entertainment really gotten as bad as we think, or have we all gotten older and changed our perspectives? And everyone says, no, it's gotten worse. And I've always been trying to take the approach, maybe it's me. Maybe, no. Everyone keeps saying it is as bad as I think it is. And that's the same thing with wrestling. Like, all of these things could be good. They make bad decisions to appeal. And the thing is, I understand you're always trying to make your businesses bigger and appeal to a new demographic. But your wrestling or comic books or Star Wars or any of these things that you can consider niche properties or niche entertainment had a huge fan base because people loved what they were. They became multi-billion-dollar things based on what they were. If you want more fans, you just market it to people. You don't change it inherently because it's already a winning formula. You don't change a recipe after it's a success. It's a fucking mistake. New Coke. So this is trying to sell wrestling to the next generation when wrestling should have just been sold the way it was always. You had cool wrestlers that did cool shit that made little kids want to fake fight in the front yard, in the backyard, talk shit, cut promos. You aspired to be like these people because they were cool. Yes, decade standards change. What's cool in the 80s isn't cool by today's standards, vice versa. But actually, time wouldn't work that way, so fuck it. But it doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to get at is they're not even attempting to be cool on the modern scale. They're going for this grade school, schoolyard bullshit that kids don't like. Nobody wants this shit.
No. And their only competition is AEW, and that's not even that great.
Yeah, yeah, they do. I keep hearing from you guys and all the time, and it's kind of hilarious. But I mean, like, and I always hope that they are a competition for them secretly. That the events will eventually, or they'll at some point be a competition for them, and they have to be forced to be good then. But that doesn't seem to be happening. So, and Vince doesn't seem to care anyways because he's on the cock, and now he's wants to do this bullshit too. So,
yeah. I just don't know what the hell he's doing. I mean, if you're priming yourself to sell, what are you going to... You know what would be really interesting? Is if Tony Khan bought WWE. They bought their own... What would a world be like if the competition bought the WWE?
I mean...
okay, I don't know what Tony Khan is, and from you guys, like, would that be a good thing? Would they make WWE proper then? Would they...
No.
Would they make it better?
No, they would turn it into another version of AEW where it's guys going 100 fucking miles per hour, no selling, and the EVP's going over every week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, AEW, it's only June 10th, and AEW just had its 26th injury happen because they are in fucking full speed at the whole time. Like, there's like no actual like methodical wrestling matches that happen. It's just like pedal down, get all your shit in as fast as you can.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. So basically you're telling me that AEW has no real direction where they're going. They're just doing something and that's it.
Yeah, more or less.
God, it's fucking horrible.
They're like, what would happen if the dog actually caught the car? He wouldn't know what to do with it. That's kind of where they're at now. They every week, like the only consistent direction they've had is with this character named Miro, who used to be Rusev in the WWE. He came in, was destroying people. Then they made him look like a fucking goof for a while. And then they got him back into destroy mode, and he's just been beating the living shit out of everybody. So,
oh God.
But other than that, it's just a fucking gymnastics event stunt show type shit.
Okay. So if Vince were to sell and somebody were to buy it, who would you want to buy it?
Eric Bischoff. Not that it would ever happen, but no, you got to get somebody that actually would be willing to turn it around and make it back into an actual wrestling company, not an entertainment media empire.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. Anybody?
No, he's a writer for WWE, so
Oh,
he's
okay.
part of the fucking problem.
Hey, Kendo.
Yeah.
What about Eric? What if Eric Bischoff and some money men get together and they have Triple H by the WWE? How weird would that be?
I mean, that would be pretty
He'd
great
be the
because at least
perfect guy.
Triple H knows what he's fucking doing. He was doing really good with NXT till Vince decided they needed to put it on fucking network TV and run it their way.
Yeah,
But even
Vince is
then,
his own worst enemy at this point.
I mean, even then, if you look at the NXT wrestlers that they had, there's a stark contrast between what they were in NXT and what they became whenever they got onto the WWE main roster. It's like night and fucking day.
So you think Triple H has the ability to run it properly, back like make it to where we liked it, like the Attitude Era kind of thing, or at least close to it enough to where it's entertaining again?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get
Triple H-
full on Attitude Era, but he would at least run it in a coherent fashion.
Gotcha. So, okay, so we would need Triple H and some money, and that's about it. And he would run it, and hopefully it would be better, and it would actually be something that people would thoroughly enjoy every week, or however long they do, or however often they do it.
I mean, it would be like how NXT was for the longest time. It'd be an actually real good wrestling show. AEW had promised they came out, they were going to be a wrestling show, but instead they are essentially a bunch of people play wrestling and they want to tell you about how it's fake all the fucking time. Like a couple of weeks ago, they had their big pay-per-view and they had this big blow-off fucking match between the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle, which is two factions. And naturally, because they wanted to say, ha, 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 this stuff's all fake for your entertainment, they tweeted out a picture shortly thereafter showing the guys from both teams standing there watching it back on a monitor after they just had shot a scene.
Oh God.
Yeah. So they love to say, we're a great wrestling company. By the way, it's fake. And here's all the behind the scenes stuff too, because we want to let you be smarks. It's like, no, we don't want to be smarks. We want good wrestling.
I just want good stories, man. That's it.
Yeah, can't get it.
That's fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
The business is dead. It really is. I mean, there's almost no coming back.
Hey, Kendo.
Yeah.
How funny was that Leo Rush shit from AEW?
Oh God, it was hilarious. He did. So Nick, they have this thing each year on their Double or Nothing pay-per-view. It's called the what is it? It's essentially a battle royal, but it's a Royal Rumble. But they have a surprise entrance, which is their Joker card. And usually, people get all hyped up because they think, oh, it's going to be it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big debut. It's going to be a big debut. So the big debut is this guy named Leo Rush that everybody hated in WWE. He's a decent wrestler, but he's not anything to fucking write home about. He comes out, he wrestles in that match. He's not even under contract. And then he gets injured and then fucking has to retire from wrestling like a week later.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But the best part is the speculation running wild, because that's one of the things that AEW is really great at. They're really great at teasing these incredible like debuts and signings and things like that, and saying they've got somebody really big, and then it's just a fucking retread of like a WWE star that they have nothing left for.
God damn. Oh man, yeah, I had hopes for AEW when it came out. I was like, oh, they're gonna be some competition. They're gonna force WWE to like up their game or whatever. And it makes me sad that they're not doing that. They're not even like a fart in the wind, really. It's
they
unfortunate.
had a lot of promise when they started, because they started with just pay-per-views, but then they got the weekly TV show, and it just isn't anything fantastic after that.
That's horrible, man. Yeah, I mean, you had all this potential and you fucked it up.
Oh, Dion's still sleeping.
Yeah. The best part is they came out and they were like, oh yeah, because the question was, are they going to move them off of Wednesday nights? Are they going to move them off TNT? And Tony Khan's like, oh no, we're guaranteed. We're never moving off Wednesday nights, and we're always going to be on TNT the way it's supposed to be. Well, right now the NBA playoffs are going on, and it was fucking Dynamite's been moved to Fridays at 10 o'clock. And they've gotten half the viewer numbers that they were getting on Wednesdays. And something came out not too long ago, because Turner Media had essentially bought the rights to the fucking NHL for the next few years, because NBC's losing them. And they came out and like, Dynamite's being moved to TBS starting next year.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I didn't realize that's why they were moving.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, that's
because
funny.
Turner bought the NHL, and they're like, Dynamite gets about 800 to 900,000 viewers each week, maybe a million. There's more money in this hockey game where more people are going to watch this, and they're right.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, and that's really shitty because I remember hearing that AEW was, I think, owned and operated by ex-wrestlers or people who apparently knew the business or knew what they were doing.
Well, that's also not exactly accurate. They got Tony Khan as the main benefactor, and he is there because he grew up as a giant fan of WCW in the late 90s, early 2000s. That's a problem. And his executive vice presidents are Jericho, Cody Rhodes, who we thought knew the business, fucking Kenny Omega, and the Young Fucks. So the essentially you've got two people that know the business, and then you've got one guy that got over in Japan after being a fucking goof, and he was lucky enough to be paired with some of the great wrestlers in New Japan Pro Wrestling to make it to look good. And then you got the indie darlings that are the Young Fucks.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so it's just extremely indie-rific right now.
That's nuts. Yeah, because oh man, yeah, they screwed up, and the whole Marvel WWE thing I think is entirely fucking ridiculous. Yeah, Vince needs to just Botox his brain and give the reins to Triple H.
I would love it, but
yeah. And as that said, there's a SmackDown commercial on TV now. Oh no, it's a Raw commercial. My bad. I forgot I'm watching what channel is this? NBC SN. So yeah, I was watching the hockey game.
Oh man, yeah, because I mean, I love going to the WrestleManias with you guys. I do, but I'd like to watch the actual shows and get into it and do that stuff. But it's just too boring and too much bullshit, and this is not fun. But I mean, I wish they would, get back up on the horse and make it fun and make it entertaining again. And so this way, everybody will love it, and it just means more money for them in the end. So I don't know, it's weird. It seems that all these giant companies are just afraid of money these days, and I don't fucking understand why.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to make a statement about capitalism.
Sure.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Anyway, so it looked like our wrestling segment was a big success. So, folks, we will bring up stuff at the end of the show.
This has been Matt Minute with world-class bullshit.
Yeah. What's a good way to play us out?
Hey, what's the music from?
That's the best way to play us out.
We're just gonna have to get 2 wrestling buttons now. We're gonna have to get fucking something great and something involving a guitar shot to a fucking black dwarf.
That'll work.
There's that.
There you go. I'll take that. That's fine.
All right. So Adam Wofford says CSI Nowhere, Oklahoma. Yes, it's a real place.
So is Truth and Consequences, New Mexico.
Folks, you can make this happen by sending us your money.
16-bit mascot says, I'm getting impatient, guys. When does the My Black Ass cinematic universe kick off for real? It may save the movie industry.
Summer 2023.
Yeah, as soon as we get some more Patreons.
Yeah. We need the money.
Chime247 says Tolkien Society website, Tolkien and Diversity. We did read that and we went through that. So thank you very much, Chime247, for letting us know.
Unless I see two elves like fuck, I don't care.
Doug Keller says CSI Auburn Hills.
There you go.
Gabba Gabba Nay says Steps on Lego. Yeah, I can't get my voice that high, but yeah. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's check in on Dion for this next one.
Don't worry, Dion. Buffalo Jeff is here to keep watch over you as you sleep soundly. I'll always watch over you.
I think he's in REM mode. He's not hearing you.
Well, I hope he hears you, and then he has a little bit of a scare.
I'm a fan of REM myself, Kendo. What's your favorite song? It's the end of the world as we know it.
That's a fantastic one. I definitely don't like What's the Frequency, Kenneth, for obvious fucking reasons.
You know, I didn't go there because I know how much you hate that one.
It's not even such a bad song either. It's just that for some reason, everybody a long time ago thought it'd be funny to ask me what's the frequency. And I'm just like, go fuck yourself.
I hope there's a situation where I have to organically ask you that question and you want to tell me fuck off, but then you realize, oh shit, Jeff's asking me about a radio or something.
Yeah.
It'll be like a road trip situation.
Yeah. 80s on 8. What's the frequency?
Damn it. It's
Yeah. But no, back to REM. Orange Crush is a good song, and so is the one I love because people think it's a love song, and it's not. It's about womanizing.
I just heard that song yesterday for the first time in a while. Put me in a good mood. I just like that song.
It's a good song, very good song.
Wolfspain says, I gotta go, guys. Good night. By the way, Rob Zombie's wife is 50.
Yeah, and she looks like she's 60.
Yeah. Meth will do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
007 Cloud says, if Captain America used his knowledge of the future to prevent so many disasters instead of living a selfish life with Peggy, he would have been melted.
At least we know what that means now.
Yeah.
I wonder if Captain America had a run-in with the TVA.
They're probably gonna introduce him too now in season 2 or whatever, and because he went to the past and then had a whole life with Peggy, so it might happen. Who knows?
No, he's gonna create his own faction, the DVDA.
The DVDA.
Darian 217, thank you very much. I forgot to say thank you, Jeff. I looked up the Natty and Jenny Neidhart on YouTube. I didn't think in 2021 I could find a WWE star in an evening nightgown putting another woman in a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Darian 217, you're very welcome. Always take my advice, folks, in those matters. Kendo, Nick, you guys should definitely look that up.
I've seen it. It's worth
good. It's interesting. Nick, you should look it up.
Her lips
I will.
Lie.
I mean, I'm a Natty Neidhart fan.
Yeah. She's a heart, so she knows how to wrestle, and she's not that bad looking either. Of course, they made her character really dumb, but there you go. WWE.
They make them all dumb.
Pretty much.
Dude, Charlotte Flair looks so scary these days.
Dude, she's like morphing into a fucking Barbie. It's weird.
She's got the same amount of plastic.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
She makes Mandy Rose look 100% natural.
I would like to think Mandy Rose is a whole hell of a lot more natural. But then again, Mandy Rose. 10 points.
Yeah. She's a 10.
She's magically babelicious.
She scores very high on the strokeability scale.
Correct.
You know who I never enjoyed in that regard? Lita.
I didn't either. I've never found Alita to be hot, but for some reason, everybody else did, including Edge.
Yeah, well,
she
did Matt Hardy as well.
Yeah, but Matt Hardy kind of won in the end because he's doing pretty good for himself nowadays.
I was just about to say that Matt Hardy ended up winning.
Yes, he definitely did.
Okay, so I'm just watching this video of these two and what looks like they're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Is that the video what we're referring to?
Yes. Yeah.
This is hilarious that they're just
just watch the lower portion of their body.
Let's see. I'm trying to get to that point. Where is the fast forward? It's right here. Okay.
You want to fast forward too much, you'll miss it.
No. I got it. We're good. Keep talking.
Keep reading as we wait for Nick to discover it.
While Nick finishes on air, El Gallo de Oro says Ultimate Warrior killed Cap in the comics.
What?
Did he kill Ultimate Warrior killed Captain America in the comics?
Maybe in the Warrior comic.
Probably.
He killed him with Destrucity.
That guy was a fucking loon.
Yeah, he was a fucking nutbag, that's for sure.
I'm trying to find an image of that. Ultimate Warrior comic was stupid.
Yeah, so was Destiny.
Where he's fighting the Santa Claus and whatever.
Yeah.
What I think they were. I think I read an article in Wizard Magazine. They were offering like some stupid amount of money too to draw the book. The book doesn't even look good.
No.
Look, I'm going to show the image right now. Folks, this comic is very disappointing looking. Would you buy this for the Destrucity?
No. Now I'm going to need a little bit more in Destrucity to get me to buy that comic.
Killed him with kindness. You are correct. El Gallo de Oro again. Thank you very much. The $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase buys the WWE. Ha ha ha. Well, everyone's got a price. I like that idea. What do you guys think?
I mean, not the worst idea I've heard.
Yeah. 007 Cloud, thank you very much for your super chat. If Thanos doubled the universe's resources instead of snapping half of the population, he would have been melted.
Oh, God.
Folks, next week on the High Council, now that I know about the He Would Have Been Melted meme, bring your He Would Have Been Melted to all the streams. We will discuss. Oh, shit, we could have a lot of fun with those paradoxes. Like, hey, if Luke Skywalker didn't try to kill Kylo Ren, he would have been melted. Shit like that.
If the cheese gets put in the microwave, it'll get melted.
I don't believe you.
Guess we're just got to find out.
How do microwaves even work, bro?
They use magnets.
Well, they're a lot easier than magnets. Well, we have reached the end of the show. So, you guys want to say anything before we put this baby to bed?
This is a wonderful video.
And he came.
So, yeah, I think we're gonna go. This was episode 269. Why do we want to keep saying we're 100 episodes ahead? Yeah, I just have a great time with the show. So this was another fun one, boys. Is there anything you guys want to say before we put this baby to bed permanently, aka this episode, not the show?
Eat pussy.
All right.
Stay hydrated. I don't know.
So, folks,
it's getting to that hot time of the year.
Yeah, it is.
All right, folks. Well, be smart, be safe, be cool, but
Be excellent to each other.
Yeah, I don't have to say it this week.
Very nice.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with videos. We'll have updates on some fun stuff from the comic and more. So until next time, folks, I'll say it.
Be excellent to each other.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.